We're tilted because the camera is
The
tilted.
mic was also not turned on. Now it is.
Okay. Buenas noches.
Hold on. Camera's got to focus. You're not in focus.
The microphone now is turned on. So the camera is tilted, but the
Not
screen
Not on my
says it's fine. So you let us know if we're coming in just okay. Interactive.zone, buenas noches. Gracias por mirando hoy noche. If memory mistakes, from Texas.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Thank you for doing your part.
That's all right. ZTI.
El que se llame
Hey,
Sned T.
I already-
Is that you?
Sorry, I'm playing
Hey,
with the green screen.
Interactive. Is it true that there is a stretch of Austin that's like 4 blocks of Fallujah of like homeless white kids? Some of the most aggressive bums in the universe, I've been told, live in that little stretch of Fallujah in Austin.
For some reason, your mask is being silly. Look forward.
Because we have to do that thing on Twitter. They went live immediately once it's at 6. So now, there's no such thing as closure, but there are endings and there is resolve. So now we have it at the very least through the little pocket computer we carry around. This thing which we are anchored to. So now that's done. Thanks for coming on by. Hopefully PressCalifornia makes his way here and we are able to discuss quite a number of things. I have notes. Are you kidding me?
Bobby A, thank you for the subscription. Why are my sub things not working?
Thank you. He is joined for us to do battle here on the astral plane of public access television. So no, I did have notes for Mr. PressCalifornia to show up. If you think I'm joking, here we have an outline of all this. And now, ladies and gents, Tampage is now in the office. All right. So, Tampage, buenas noches. So, PressCalifornia, hopefully if you're watching, or if you happen to have on your phone a computer, perhaps in his home studio or office. If you see this, please pull through. So, hey Tampage, what was the worst job you've ever had?
Oh, all right. Worst job.
Take your time. You don't gotta just pick right away.
I gotta go early too. Oh, okay. So like, I had somehow gotten wheeled and dealed for whatever reason. I think it was through a probation officer actually. Into like, oh well, if you're a working kid, then I can prove to society that like you're good to go and to hop off the leash. So I somehow got looped into this whole like what seemed like a pyramid scheme through the Department of Corrections, where like you'd meet this guy at this location, he'd pick you up, you hop in the van, there's like 8 other kids in the van. And when I say kids, I mean like young adults, like between the ages of like 11 to like 14, 15. And
It could go in like 11 terrible directions right now.
And
I'm terrified.
He'd like hand you like a box of candy, and like he'd drop you off in like a supermarket parking lot or some shit.
This is depressing.
And yeah, you'd just have to sell as much candy as you could. And like you'd get a very, very, very small cut, maybe like 15-20% like cut of what like you earned. And then like
why wouldn't you just go to the guidance counselor and get the working papers so you could like?
No, because like
Does that not exist anymore?
Once you're on
oh yeah, that's right. They don't teach geography
you're on probation,
anymore, among other things.
Once you're on probation,
if we had home economics, we wouldn't have fucking young men and women right now living like pigs, or even people in my generation.
Once you're on probation, probation officers kind of like run your life until they're out of your life. It's really fucked up, and then most of the time, they're not nice people. If you catch like a cool one that's like just trying to get as many people out of the system as you can, you get lucky. But there's some that exist on scamming the system in any way they can. And I do believe enjoy taking like solace in the pain of others. So like I once ended up in a mental psych ward because of like a probation officer, just because she didn't like the things I was saying. And it's like, yo, I'm like a 13-year-old kid, man. You're fucking me up. But like, they don't care. You know what I mean? It's really all just a game to them. Like, they show up, they deal with shitheads, and they get angry, and then they take their anger from the shitheads out on the little guys, and like, it's just so on. It's just a vicious cycle.
So the
So
worst.
they call that shit the grinder.
So the worst job you've ever had was selling candy in parking lots.
Yeah, like
As a
through a
kid.
pyramid scheme of some, I swear, kind. I do see, like, think about it. It's the only way. It's the same shit that the kids do on like the subways when you're like on the subway going to work and I'm for a youth basketball league, blah blah blah. It keeps me off the streets. Please buy my overpriced candy. Them kids ain't a part of no basketball league.
Cool-Later, if you're here, Monoxus is going to be eating, so we would like for you to take some pictures or footage of him so we can update his profile picture, because he's still in his Dionysus Halloween profile picture.
Why don't I hear a cat?
Oh, I
Fabian?
hope showed up in uniform.
Buenos tardes to you too, buddy. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because when you fight with guts, though, you're always outnumbered but never outgunned. So, Cool-Later, thank you for
Hey,
joining
Campbell,
us.
could you let that cat out?
Yes.
He's gonna sit there and be a pain in my
Sour
dick.
Scroat, Yo
Oh, my
Kings,
dude.
missed you.
Dude,
Ah,
shit.
missed you back, homie. Cool-Later goes, gotta be thick boy to
Should
work
I-
for the duck.
Should I just leave it a little open so you can just come and
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
So,
Won't he eventually show up and start clawing?
no, he will not wrestle you. So, hold on. Oh, can we turn the okay, wait.
Do I have to?
Yes,
I wanna
Cool-Later,
eat my food.
I'm gonna risk
no,
my ankles and go grab a glass myself because I want to try. Do you have more stones?
No, but those stones are also not cold anymore.
so Cool-Later.
you're on level playing field.
All right,
That's fair.
chop. We've got to update the profile picture.
Cool-Later actually here. I know he popped in.
Nuclear Circus goes, the commercial before the stream was a TurboTax ad where a black
I'm
guy
not turning
spits
it
on a
off
white
until I
guy
get
3
caught.
times in a row. My guy is like, whatever.
I got confirmation that he's here. Wait. how
Like
do
a
I-
good neighbor,
Okay.
State Farm is there.
I need to turn chat off. Where's chat? Chat box.
So, the Mystery Zone. Yo, hey, back at ya. Which reverses oi, which is, informal, which is what they say in places like Brazil and Australia. Joey! What's good, homie? Thanks for coming on by. MS Joseph, a.k.a. Joey, a.k.a. the guy who keeps smacking
Pushing
Pete
this
Williams' hat off. A.k.a. the guy who once hijacked the fucking Kit Kat truck just for shits and giggles. He's
Camera's
working really
still-
hard.
Camera's still off
He's
tilt.
getting strange phone calls at random parts of the day.
Alright, okay, happy? Now we're not. There's no background.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna eat my food in peace.
So, we have Kayokom, see? If I fuck that up, let me know. How do I pronounce that? Chowcom? Am I wrong? So, but either way, yes. His old profile picture, well, his current one, should be old. Current one is him as Dionysus for Halloween. So, can we turn the green screen on? So, hey, wait, first.
It is. It's already set to the green screen.
Hey,
Right?
all right, hey, Cool-Later, you ready? Come on. We need a new
do it.
profile picture.
Spartan has turned into a Dionysus of his own kind.
I do not.
Because
I don't.
glorious.
I don't need a new
Kyle
profile
come see.
picture.
All right,
I just want to.
Chicken.
I just want to eat.
so
I'm doing fasting, so
Do the right thing.
I'm beating a couple of things.
is this shepherd's pie?
No, it's like a chicken pot pie. Some cheap shit.
But they're the best.
It's so good.
They're so good. It's like honestly.
So good.
What is the difference between shepherd's pie and chicken pot pie?
I can tell you right now. One doesn't have pie
crust.
all over it yet.
Yeah.
One, the crust is the potatoes that they bake on top, and it
Shepherd's pie is what?
crusts over.
Potato, peas,
Yeah.
carrots, and chopped meat, right?
Yes. It literally no seasoning. You know how those Italians are.
But yeah. So.
Or no, sorry, not Italians. Fucking
The Irish.
Irish, yeah.
Oh,
no
come on.
No
Get,
seasoning.
get,
No seasoning.
get your racial stereotyping
you're
together,
right, but
buddy.
No, I'm gonna be real though. There's no seasoning in those hills. None.
Well, I mean, listen, for any Hibernian menace people from the Emerald Isle who are watching, like, what is Irish cuisine? I'd like to know.
That
I'd like
being
you to tell me.
said, their meat is of so high quality, it's good on its own.
So, Bulletproof Billy, what's good, homie? What are you drinking tonight? Well, in fact, we are having Hudson Whiskey New York. and it's a do the right thing, of course, referencing the Spike Lee movie. Tee hee haha. Now, of course, my eye was caught by the MTA kind of looking font, and I'd brushed that off for some time.
Very MTA looking font. Like,
The ads for this whiskey are super pompous. At least the old ones were.
Yeah.
Or it was like trying to be like, yeah, it's New York's whiskey. Like if you're a New Yorker, you drink this. And I was like, you're a new fucking company. How dare you? How you gonna act like you just came out of nowhere? You're like, we're the whiskey of New York. And it's like, how about that?
It is a company doing what people do when they move here and then they say they're from here. Because no one ever moves where they're from and says where they're from. Like, that doesn't, no. That is... I wonder if people from LA have that. Where they just move to LA and, like, 7 months later, they're like, I'm from here. And it's just, get out of here.
I imagine it's
dude.
only cities. Like, it's just big city
Sure.
places.
if they're not from there, their soul was born there.
Mm.
Their cosmic energies flow from LA.
Oh,
you imagine
shut
being
up.
from a-
That's hippie talk.
Yo,
you imagine being from
the
a small town?
stones tell them they
What?
should be there.
Say it again?
Can you imagine being from a small town and walking around being like, I'm from the middle of nowhere. There are 200 people in my town. And it's like, no one cares. I'm from there, though. You can't do that. You can be like, I'm from New York. Born and raised. Big city. You know about it? Of course you do. You can't not know about it.
Mhm.
Like,
As
New York's worldwide.
this is
listen,
why people come here from other fucking places
Yeah.
that no one cares about. And they're like, I live in New York now.
Bro, 100 different languages of people show up just to stare at a giant, like,
Look.
green statue.
look.
Like, I'm just like, yeah.
Realistically speaking, I think it speaks volumes.
Statue.
I think
Yeah.
it speaks volumes that even like now, of all the sinking ships in the world, ours is the best. And among this landscape, people are still moving their family to live in America.
I don't believe that. I just think we have the most sinking ships. We're going to win somewhere.
All right,
Statistically
can I put the thing away? If Kool-Aid didn't get something by now.
All right, cool later. All right, so we can put it back. You do have a bar of sorts, which we will resort to, and he's got yogurt. Don't worry,
I've got plenty of...
cool later. I will haunt you.
Sorry, I brought these for the house.
You're probably
Oh,
you're probably gonna like
yeah,
taking
yeah,
a
wow.
dump right now, and there's a guy getting ready to throw a cinder block
Those
through
all
it.
dressed
And
up.
that cinder block
Yeah, yeah,
smells
yeah.
too. So like when you go to clean up, you're like, why does it smell like bile and like pee?
A shout out to a certain
You got it.
Lopan.
Good. All right.
He tried it.
I gotta wait. No. I gotta tell Pete to not to leave your place.
Shout out to a certain Lopan who put me on. Ew. Oh, you didn't see those.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, how about this? Boom. There we go.
Does that? Can you see, ladies and jerks? Did Tampage make a good decision?
I just had to cover up the.
Okay. Kool-Ader, you should
You can show
turn the
it,
lights
but we
off
just
your
have to let
back.
them know, like, it's kind of like, look, we're drinking Hudson whiskey. Not a sponsor. They do not sponsor us. We also don't condone anyone drinking.
No, we don't.
So don't do it.
Irresponsibly.
You also shouldn't smoke Marlboros. You should probably not eat chips, especially the ones made by whatever company that was.
Pre-made
Joey
sandwiches, especially with turkey.
I got some sweet peach flavored whiskey coming. Someone gifted me. Cheers. Ooh, how does that taste? How does that taste?
I imagine like
That
peach
sounds so
whiskey.
good. Being born and raised in New York, I would
Peach
never fucking brag about it, to be honest. I got it. Right. That's the point. I don't.
You're
no,
so grinded down.
only-
You don't have time to grind.
only a small handful. And I don't even know if this kind of older New Yorker exists where like imagine there's just some like big sanitation worker guy.
Hey, Nuclear Circus. Thank you for the
Nuclear Circus has joined us to suffer trafficking in the void.
Thanks for
One
hanging out,
step,
man.
one punch, and one round at a time.
I feel like there's a part of me that just wants to leave New York and just go anywhere else and start anywhere else. And anytime the new community I find myself in is like, where you from? Like, I don't know about it. Like, I don't want that to be information that's known.
Right.
I think you can pick up on it just from mannerisms and like the way I speak. And
Right.
You'll figure it out. But I would not go around being like New York. Like,
But-
nah, I'd be like,
No. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
I came from the East. It's just the East
There's a
Coast.
dying breed of like, I don't know if it's Eastern Seaboard or if it's just relative to New York, but like, imagine this like sanitation worker somewhere in like New England, and he's like, What do you mean ain't got no calzones here? Like that's like a 1 in like 100,000
Yeah.
of New Yorkers that happen to go on the way to Maine
I feel
or
like that's,
whatever.
I feel like that's old heads.
Right, but
You know what I mean?
but when that dies off, like all that's left are just like the people still there.
Yeah.
So that being said, at no point has it ever been like being from Queens somehow afford. No, it's just like, you know, Queens is a very silly and strange place because, like, here's my favorite example. It is the most ethnically, or the second, I don't know. It was the first for many years. I don't know what number one
it's
is.
one of.
I'm pretty sure it still is.
The most ethnically diverse
I don't know.
county
Not
in America.
In the current year, boy.
No,
right.
even still, bro. Even still.
You sure?
We have people in our
I went to school with
in
kids
our
whose
county,
country I
I'll
had
call
to
it
find on a
county, in our
globe.
borough, our county, our
Before
borough,
Myanmar,
whatever you wanna call it.
it was Burma. It was wild.
We share some of the most of the world's dying languages here in this borough. Like, there's languages on Earth, like tribal languages, whatever it all be. You know, like your imagination will do the work. There are languages like that, like 60 people in the world know, and like in Queens, we have the largest number of those like dying languages, like anywhere.
I'm just gonna say it. All right. Now that I've had it, whiskey's not that good.
It's how you.
But
It's your standard.
that's what I mean.
It's your
It's
standard.
I. But the fact that they're trying to hype it up,
It does nothing special.
no, nothing. It's fine. It's fine.
It is acceptable.
Okay,
but
I have a question.
I will now say that the ads are bullshit.
Unrelated.
Good, but not
unrelated. Can I see one of those?
Yeah,
I would like to ask chat something. I'd like to ask you
you
something.
did the very first one.
So thank you. Ooh, so that means it's got like a bonus D20 roll, like when you get lucky.
No, you're supposed to
As a
flip it
fighter.
upside down and leave it in the box.
No. He said
I
it
don't
out loud.
believe
No,
in that.
he said it
I
out
don't
loud.
believe in
He
that.
said it out loud. You don't know. You fucked it up. Fine. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. You see?
I'll
He.
just switch it.
All right. Good man. Now.
Wait, are camels being handed out? I want a camel. I don't want a Marlboro.
Jesus.
What? What?
It's
I have imaginary taste.
But thank you for giving it back, though. All right.
Weak Siggy? Come on, man. You
Come
can
on,
film
Kool-Aid.
it.
I like
Kool-Aid, are you done? Did you post it? He needs. This man needs a new profile picture.
I don't
You
even use
don't under-
Twitter.
I like to smoke those beats.
Look,
from the Middle
Dionysus.
East.
You fuck with us, and you're only your real self one day out of the year. All right.
I'm just saying I don't even like Twitter.
Which, by the way, ladies and jerks,
Twitter's also just been really bad lately.
everywhere from Elysium to Valhalla to Mount Olympus, he rocks.
I don't know.
You could
if
find
you
at
guys have noticed that.
queenstrash.com.
Like, I've been trying to get on Twitter every once in a while just to check in on people and see everyone's posting. Because we got a few people who
So-
post cool shit.
What I'd like to ask.
Twitter's a dumpster fire right now.
Yes.
Dame fuego, por favor.
So,
I stole it.
chat, are you familiar with these cigarettes where they have like the little thing that
No
you
record
could
player.
break and it releases extra mint?
The poison ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Extra chemical. At least I know where it is.
The poison ball that you're actively choosing to.
Yeah. I mean, there's chemical in those filters anyways, but at least you know where the chemical.
The chemical ball in the chemical stick inside of your death stick.
Yeah. Oh, that's because they didn't soak your tobacco in chemical to make it taste like menthol at all.
It's in the chemical ball.
It's in the chemical
It's
ball,
in the chemical ball.
which you then inhale.
Yeah.
Crushes. I'm eating. I'll have it done in a bit. Oh, excuse me. Buen provecho. I didn't mean to. Listen, I have to call a guy
Bon
off the
appetit.
property. I didn't, yeah, because, castle law in
Manja
Florida, man.
progresso.
And then before you know it, 2 weeks from now, Kool-Aid, out of self-defense, because he had to, under castle law, a series of events occurs, and then before you know it, with a irregular militia, he's claiming the Yukon for America.
Did you have
When
a
we
question
finally-
about crutches?
When America
I
finally
feel like you had a
annexes
question
Canada
and you didn't ask
in
it.
2034. Please don't get banned on Twitter. Put a sign that this. No, because even Hannibal took the easy way out. So epilogue, and he's just like,
Uh-oh. Rock, paper, scissors. One round. Ready?
all right,
On three. 1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Damn.
Yes.
all right. So Kool-Aider, I don't know what the record is. I hope you've been keeping count,
I
even
really-
though that in and of itself doesn't count.
Don't keep count.
All right.
Don't keep count.
All right. So, chat, should I break the chemical ball or should I not break the chemical ball? You decide.
Wait, you're making them decide?
Yes.
You just don't want to pick whether you want to smoke a menthol or not?
I would just like to know, like, who would like to say what on exactly what. Because, of course, you have to discuss exercise, jobs, songs that we know, whose name we cannot remember.
Let's just start off. I know I put it last on the actual like title. Songs whose name we can't remember.
Mhm.
There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to specifically describe any of them. So why exactly did that pop into your mind as a thing you want to talk about?
Okay, there's a rap song from the early 90s, I believe. I don't want to say mid 90s. So I'm just going to go with early 90s. And the chorus is a beat. It's like a hook, and it's on a loop. And it's like something to the effect of dun 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 bum 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 dun 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 bum 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 dun. And it's incredible, but I don't know the name of the song. So I know that's impossible to describe with words on a screen, but if anyone knows that song, let me know.
So here's the thing, right?
Kind of sounds like some De La Soul. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the thing. There are mad songs I don't know the names of because what I normally do when I listen to music, I have Spotify, I have Pandora, right? And I've had them for years, so they're just like plenty of shit is listed, like years and years and years of artists saved and like pages and channels and whatever on those fucking apps.
Oh, Kool-Aider, you fantastic, delightful bandit in the night.
So like
That song has been stuck up there for some time.
half of the shit
Thank you.
that I listen to, I have no idea who the artist is. I don't know what the name of the
So,
song
chat,
is.
what's the deal? Come on, this is up to you.
I don't know what the album is. I just let shit run in the background and listen to it. And if something really, really catches my ear and I'm jamming to it, I'll check what it is, add it to one of my personalized playlists, and then just keep going. I don't know half the shit I listen to.
Back to the grill. All right, again. That's right.
All right, now I'll be able to.
Hang on.
Assuming
Alright,
that's
it's over there.
You know, what?
That's why I moved to the side. Because I can never actually see the chat properly.
Because it's like two.
Can you smoke on Twitch?
Two.
Probably not.
No, because
You know what else you can't do on Twitch? Drink.
We're drinking apple juice.
And we are.
I don't know where Twitch is, so I can't go smoke on top of it.
Just so we're clear, these are vegan, and I don't appreciate you judging me.
Maybe, yo.
What? What? Come at me, Twitch.
Yo, these are animal cruelty-free cigarettes.
These are cruelty-free
Yeah.
vegan sticks,
Yeah.
and they're for my stress, okay? So if you want to come at me, I have anxiety.
The tobacco comes from the earth itself, and for
All right.
you to deny him this would say is like you are saying God made a mistake.
I don't want to hear any
Do
of
you
that
wanna go there?
bullshit. What's better,
mean-
live radio DJs or Spotify Pandora?
Depending on which god.
I use Spotify.
Lucifer was made.
Almost over. The only service I pay for is Spotify. No, that's fine. And I'm just letting you know, like, if my answer was not clear enough of how little we care whether or not Twitch wants us smoking or drinking, there you go. And again, if Twitch wants to come at me, I have anxiety. These are vegan. Pick your thing that I'm going to go with. Also, I'm Jewish. How dare you be anti-Semitic?
He's trying to play jazz, and he's very masculine.
So, like, what's up, Twitch? Which one of those cards do you want me to play? I'll play either one of them.
Although, okay, the question, like your grandmother.
Yeah.
Although, if your mother isn't directly.
No. Because my grandmother was Jewish, I basically get birthright.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
so
it has to be the grandmother, I'm pretty sure. It can't be the grandfather.
that's right.
But I
because
get
it's
birthright.
It's
Your
matriarchal.
grandmother gave birth to your mother, who gave birth to you. You're Jewish.
Okay.
Therefore, I have birthright, even though I don't practice any religion. But for the sake of
If he,
Twitch,
if he wanted to move to our greatest ally in the region and start life over, he can
I
by
could, yeah.
virtue of.
I can. But if Twitch wants to go at me for smoking and drinking, again, stress, Jewish, vegan, whatever. I'll
That's
play
why
any of
it's
those.
so funny. Ladies actually control the entire future of like the Jewish religion, but like they're too busy being held down under wigs and like dresses.
Ooh. Okay, so Tampage has entered the chat, and now watch. He's gonna criticize.
I don't mean that as
he-
an
he-
anti-Semitic thing. I
He,
just,
he's gonna criticize Zionism, and then he's gonna be on the cover of
any culture
like
who
every
holds an
website
entire like other culture down is
and
just kind of whack.
newspaper for like a week, and they're gonna talk about
So
Tampage
all
on the View.
cultures?
Oh yeah, but like yo, I mean that's blatant.
Oh, there's pretty blatant stuff everywhere.
I'm just saying that's whack.
It is whack. It's also
Okay.
blatant everywhere. So,
Well-
just in my opinion, every culture holds someone down. That's part of being human. We like to be above each other, because if we can't punch down, then we're getting punched down on.
I love these social fucking
So, like,
constructs.
if you're not punching down, that means someone's punching down at you. That's just how this works.
Oh,
There will
okay.
always be someone punching down. You're either the guy punching down
I've always
or being punched down on.
I've always seen it in where like among take something like Street Fighter 3, like no matter how good you are in one character, there's always someone out there better with a character that you probably think you've got a good like no, there's always
called
always
the meta.
someone like that can punch down, and then like the roof of your skull is just like then you black out. So
I mean, the only reason I say that is like, it kind of goes into the whole system of people trying to get the whole like utopian. Equal
imagine getting your ass kicked
futures.
by someone who's really good with Oro, and like you're really good with like 7 characters, and you've never considered Oro for years, and then you go up against an Oro and you can't do anything.
Yeah. Want to buy a slave? Just say I do, and I'll buy him a slave so he can feel good too. Yeah,
Yo, that's the Mongolian way.
just there's no matter what system we have,
I'm
like
telling you, it's the Golden Horde.
even if
One of the
someone else,
greatest
Slave-
cultures of all time.
Slaves for slaves.
even
listen.
if someone else takes the top slot, that means they took the top slot from somebody. You know what I mean? There's gonna be a top slot, no matter what. Even in the world's like whether it be race, religion, skin color, wealth, there's always going to be the top tier person or persons. It'll alternate, but you think we're ever going to get to a point where there's no punching down? My ass. Because the people who are being punched down on, if they get on top, now they're going to punch down.
Because everyone has an axe to grind.
Yeah, they're not going to fucking be like, you know what? We made it to the top.
How many? Well,
Let's be nice now. No, that's not going to happen.
well, for what it's worth, I mean, there are a few. Okay, there are.
Hence, you're being asked to recognize Bubba.
Please
Yeah.
recognize me, senpai. Bubba Cat, is that you? Bubba Cat. Excuse me.
I don't know if that's Bubba Cat. It says Bubba Cat, but I
Right.
don't know if that's Bubba Cat.
Yeah.
So is that
Might not be Bubba Cat.
Taylor from Twitter, artiste who had sent the Cars and Women magazine, aka Moms, but MOMS and it's the $sign, which is really dope, and I'm predisposed, like just the daddy's money, $sign.
There,
Just
you were
saying.
recognized. You happy?
So, you let me know.
Not
So,
great.
so bulletproof, like Billy,
It's
exactly who or what you're quoting. It is. That's right. You see.
It would probably be good in a mixed drink.
Thanks for
like a
coming on by,
cocktail.
dude. What time
It'd
is
be
it
okay
over
in a
there?
cocktail.
I'm just trying to avoid sugar and stuff, so maybe like some seltzer.
You're trying right because, ladies and jerks, lest we forget that there are calories and there is sugar in alcohol. In fact, you know what?
That's true.
Alcohol does more damage to the planet than meat does. But vegans drink alcohol. Think about that.
If I knew, I would have brought over my orange bitters. Made some old fashions.
Ooh, that would have been fancy. Fancy pants. Do you know how to make a rusty nail?
No. But I have been seeing a device where it allows you to take like a it's a little circle device and it goes on top of the cup. It's like sits over it. And like there's like a funnel. And you take like a butane torch and you like burn the funnel and the smoke goes into the cup. Like it actually just pours into it versus going up.
That's cool.
And then you just like let it chill there and it like smokes your drink for you. It's like
If it's cheap, it's worth buying.
yeah,
It changes the flavor, I imagine, too.
Oh,
Right?
Smoking your drink, yeah. dude.
bro.
You ever
Like
smoke drink?
in fact,
No.
anytime you
Go to Mosaic one day.
I've been telling.
I am an uncultured celeb. Don't let the mask fool
I'm
you.
like, let's just go for one drink.
Yeah. Go get a smoke. What is it? Smoke.
A smokehouse.
Smokehouse.
Or smoke show. Yeah, yeah,
Go
yeah.
get a
It's one of those.
smoke
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then you'll have that mild smoky flavor and be like,
Ah, the adventures of
And
putting
it,
on
and it
pants.
coats the glass. So like when you turn and you like it brings more of that. Yeah, it's just it's good. It's good. You know how like things get sticky when smoke's been on a while. Similar.
I am your favorite doctor, dentist, lawyer, Hey, Taylor, what time is it over there? I'm not trying to blow your spot. Which, by the way, Mad and Furious, if you're in chat, what's good, B? If you're in the middle of shaking down retirement homes for their bingo money and calling them like mingy cunts, and then like you have like a exaggerated like canvas sack with a cartoon dollar sign like on it as you're peeling off listening to drum and bass. Because the cops are worried about like banks in the corners of like really shitty neighborhoods and like, bullying people and using Scotland Yard to do all their dirty work. So
Hey,
like
I got a question for
no
you.
one's looking at the retirement homes.
How often is Matty Furious and his homie going after pedophiles?
You would be surprised.
Like, is it like a regular thing for them?
Oh, it has been a thing they have been doing. In fact, Matty Furious is a BAFTA documentary award-winning filmmaker, along with Mr. Hunter Stinson. And excuse my ignorance, but I don't remember the name of the rest of his crew. So please excuse me, Matty Furious, if you're watching. Feel free to throw something at my head no bigger than
I'd squeeze break it.
your foot. Because mine would be like size 14, knock me out.
It's awesome. Oh,
He,
yeah.
he probably has like rocks in his fucking trunk just for such a thing. Haynes Rock, Monoxus Rock, thank you. That was a quote from the song Making Hay by Hard Men Working Hard.
I'm supposed to eat
Ah.
these, but I guess I'll hopefully maybe.
Oh, no. It'll definitely do the thing.
So, Monoxus.
No. Okay, continue.
What was the shittiest job you ever had?
Can you pass that garbage closer? Okay, so shittiest job. I think they're all kind of shit. The one I'm currently doing is the least shit, I think. Although I spent much of my life doing work I didn't want to do, I just had to do to make money.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing something I actually enjoy doing. Shittiest job. I guess I would have to say, and not like to knock them, the last job I had is the shittiest job at the Equinox I was at. And not because the job itself was bad, it just was super inconsistent. And it was one of those things where it was like, fuck, this job could be perfect, but there's just so much bullshit to get there that it's like, it's not worth it. Like, it really could have been a great job. Because I got really used to the restaurant work I did. It sucked when it was bad, it was bad, but it had like a lot of benefits to it. When I was working at that place at like the Hudson Yards, that was pretty decent. I guess Key Food kind of sucked.
That was the one that shot into my brain first. But, like, honestly,
Because you worked at
dude,
Key Food.
I took so much food.
Yeah, I
home.
stole so much.
I
shit from them.
stole so
That's
much.
why I got fired.
That's why I didn't hate it. It's like, yo, legitimately, management over there sucked, but like, bro, I
stole
walked
so
home
much
with
shit,
like,
yeah.
yo, per night would be somewhere in like the $80 to $90 range.
Yeah.
Every
stole
night I worked
mad
there.
food.
Every
You think I'm
single
joking
night.
about Queen's trash? I didn't know how to cut costs until I got to college. So like I was relatively square up until after high school. But even though I worked, I stocked shelves and I worked the register at like Trade Fair and at Key, not Key Food, Western Beef.
I would argue I haven't actually had a bad job.
Those jobs were like
Just not
shitty,
good jobs.
but in a very particular way, and like by virtue of the job, you're locked with the public. So here's the deal: if you work in retail, you get to fight one customer a year, and that includes like supermarkets because you're dealing with the public. So for lack of a better term, if you deal with the public in that level, and I don't mean in like behind closed doors in an office because you have like a
Right.
private business, not that. If you deal with the public on the ground level, you get to fight one customer a year. If you work in food, you get to fight two customers a year.
There's always been this disconnect on my side where it's like,
Right.
I see and hear you responding to people
Oh, because of free
Haynes
stream.
worked at King
that
Cullen.
Yeah,
I can't see and hear.
Free stream.
And like sometimes I'll see them come up
Nice
on the
attempt
chat,
at
like, on the
obscurity,
screen, and I'll go,
Homeland Security.
that's
Moral
not
lines
there.
of
Where is that
Fuck.
coming from? And it's like I'm seeing now that some are on Twitter,
YouTube,
yeah,
yeah.
and some are.
Where do you think we
Listen, listen.
But so I was gonna say, I would argue because I've worked a couple of different jobs. I wouldn't say any of them are bad. Because in my opinion, a bad job is one that like you walk away from either like by force because you're like I'm not fucking doing this anymore,
Yeah.
or you walk away and you're like I would not go back. Every job that I've walked away from, I would go back if the situation was better than what I am in now. But because I've just improved my job situation over time, it's like why would I go back? I've done better.
Oh, well, I left Western Beef because it was like I have these classes that I can't miss because they're for
Yeah.
my degree, so I
you
have
could.
to I can't
But it wasn't a bad.
But having to, but having to,
CVS.
and then it was, well, if you don't do this, and it's like, okay, then I quit.
I got
There's
some
no
CVS
way I
corner
could
stores.
dodge
But
this
there are people who walk out
on
on
this,
jobs,
especially
you know
on
what I mean?
this such short notice. If this was like a week from now, I could figure something out. But this was
Listen,
like 36 hours before, give or take a few minutes.
Don't buy food from CVS that's not like canned or like.
Tampage confirmed to like personally wipe his sweaty summer ass on merchandise that was stocked on shelves of CVS.
Yeah, if there's like a rodent infestation at a CVS,
It was
they
Tampage's
will
fault.
never
That's what happened.
let anybody know.
I remember when you were like at that spot, you were talking about
Yeah,
the
and you'll never
basement being, like covered with them.
Yeah, dude, and
that
sweeping
shit.
dead bodies out, blah
Yeah,
blah blah. And I'm like, I'm
in
not
the
doing
basement,
this.
in the basement
yeah.
is where like adventuring parties go to farm low-level enemies for like rare drops. Joey goes, had to fight and throw out homeless guys when I was a co-owner for a local store in the city. Bare-fisted, no weapons, final destination. I don't wish retail on anyone. Yeah, it is not friendly. Retail, you get to fight one customer a year. First of all, by virtue of the people who walk in, they're entitled, or you are not the reason they're having a bad day. But now they feel like you owe them something because they're in a position to give you money.
I've
They haven't
won
even
o-
given
I've
you the
won
money
over a
yet for
couple
the
of those
thing you're
at Home
behind the
Depot.
counter for. They're immediately out the gate, that power dynamic is assumed.
See, I got lucky because I worked in like a mom and pop place and not like a chain. So the restaurant I was at, the manager there, who was a piece of shit himself, was super cool. If someone came at us, like, he was the first one to be like, go fuck yourself, get the fuck out of here, I don't need your shit, fuck you. And he was like, yo, if someone gives you shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, go at them. Because he was like,
Nice.
that customer's always right shit is nonsense. No one has that power over you. He was like, fucking, like, tell them off, don't give them their shit, don't take their money, tell them to leave. He was like, we make enough, we're good. So I got really lucky that I never had to take shit from people at the restaurant.
Wow, wait. Yo,
It
what
was the
town
game
do you
store,
live in
Magic
that's so
Warhammer. So we dealt
populated
with a lot of autism.
that like
I do not recommend.
game stores
Oh,
like have such like I
No, he said
this-
like you know the kind of people like he's
You don't
talking about.
have to dox yourself if you don't want to, but like Tampage is curious exactly
but think
what
about-
city this took
Think
place.
about the kind of fucking people.
Bro, I
who
want to
go-
know where all
Alright,
the
no, no,
gamers
no.
are at. That
Listen.
Warhammer and shit's that popular that
I
like
know.
people are like he has to beat dudes off the like.
No, but that's okay.
No, he was saying,
I'm
like,
not
homeless
saying
dudes,
I'm
though,
not
not, like-
saying I know exactly what Joey went through, but a shithead internet friend of mine I met through Salty Bet like lives like an hour drive away from LA. And he worked at like an anime hobby shop that attracted what he just described as a lot of autismo. The kicker though is that across the street is Skid Row. And every morning and afternoon when he would open up, he would have to hose it down because like once he closes and everyone locks up and then that's it and then you go back the next day. It is now part of the world map of Skid Row.
Yeah.
Minutes later, we watch. In fact, when they get back, they just play the footage of the night before, like in the background, and occasionally, like it's a blooper reel.
And you just made it occur to me that like he could live on the West Coast where like homelessness is like a fucking epidemic, and it's like bro, like legitimately, I have
Countless
to like
things posted
make
in a
sure
Discord that doesn't
the-
exist
the
anymore.
hordes,
Oh my
as if
God.
it was like South Park's Black
Like,
Friday.
Well, not even
The
that.
hordes of just homeless
ODing,
people.
homeless people
that are like
with
trying
like
to use,
fucking
like,
diarrhea.
scam their
It
way
was
into
the
the
worst part.
bathroom
Fight.
and blah blah blah.
Not even just the homeless people.
Just-
You've met these fucking like hyper nerds who live in a fantasy world.
But that's in
You
LA
know what I mean?
and Skid Row. The Skid Row Thunderdome.
Like, I
is a
know
whole
you've
different
met
thing.
them. Imagine being at like one of these fucking hobby shops and like one of these fucking like rejects loses a card game and now they're fucking spazzing out and having a fit.
Dude, they literally get like tossed out. Like it's not like I've seen that before, but
Yeah.
again, you just like literally just keep shoving their autistic fit out the door, and then they're
But
just
that's what I'm
good. Like,
saying.
you know what I
So,
mean?
like,
Like,
that's what he's stealing.
So Joey chimes in with the homeless dudes I had to throw out would try to steal shit and give us cards held in dirty socks to trade for all of our fridge drinks. The East Coast, but the angry nerdy customers were the most self-entitled people and didn't
Oh,
take social
yeah.
cues. You see?
Like they don't understand.
no, they don't understand
Because
social
that-
cues. There's a difference.
But
Yeah,
in
there you go. They're the customers. You can't throw them out. They're still buying shit.
Right.
They're just not like.
but
yeah.
but in
yes,
this
yes,
setting,
yes, yes.
but in this
Yes,
setting,
yes,
I suppose I don't know how else to describe it other than retail. But in this setting, that power dynamic is immediately assumed by the person walking in through the door of the establishment you're behind the counter of.
Yeah,
That power dynamic is immediately not only assumed but acted upon, and that like comes into action, which is why you're posting this live right now.
I used to do a lot of Friday Night Magic, and I know what he's talking.
You know what the worst part?
Like,
you
I
know what
know
the
what
worst
he's
part?
talking about.
I'm sure Joey heard this shit on the clock. I don't know if anyone has ever had to hear this, like working in retail or in a grocery store, anywhere in any domain. But when someone like you argue with a customer, and then not to say that you have them dead to rights, but they resort to, well, it's the principle of the thing, and that immediately goes, it's like, so I'm not getting all the time or energy back I spent defending you, calling like no.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Billy asks, what do you think about bartending, like beer bars versus cocktail bars? I mean, working or like preference for us?
Well, I mean,
Bulletproof Billy, please chime in.
you're gonna have to explain.
Because like preference-wise, cocktail bar every day.
What are my thoughts on bartending?
It's true. Yeah.
I'd
Would I
rather a
consider
cocktail than a beer.
bartending?
Well, it also goes back to the whole,
what are my thoughts on bartenders? Like, you
The
know,
whole, like,
I mean,
Tosh
because
Bowl.
that's a whole
I'd rather,
different
like,
topic, but a
afford
very
to have
important
this
and
kind of
relevant.
crowd than this kind of crowd.
I just like, I would rather, like, even just having a drink, I'd rather a nice mixed drink that I'm paying like a decent price for versus a beer. I can get a beer anywhere.
You could buy beer and bring it home.
Yeah, but there's some like,
working.
dive bars that like beers are real cheap. They're like borderline like fucking right off the shelf, but like
Yeah, but you want to hang out with that crowd?
you chill. But you don't hang out with that crowd. You hang out with the crowd you pull up with.
But he says it's working. I've never worked in a bar. I have a lot of friends who did. It's one of those things where it's like, when you make good money, it's worth it. And statistically, you don't make good money a lot. And when you don't make money, my God, I've heard nothing but nightmare stories. Like, it's just, you're not making good money. Everyone sucks. And you're there too long.
I can imagine the
More
fucking-
people than you imagine don't tip well, or if at all.
The gauntlet of drunks must be very abrasive on the soul.
But if you make good
You know
money,
what
I
mean?
think it's a good thing.
Like,
So if you're
yeah.
if you're in a
Gauntlet of
nice
drunks.
spot, then like you probably kill it every like night.
I like that. I'm stealing.
I know too many people who just, they either don't make enough money or they're doing mad fucking work, like they're making mixed drinks all night, and people just are not tipping, so you're constantly busy, you don't make enough.
I can even imagine that being like a YouTube short, a horror of just trying to get through a bar that's like on its worst night.
Also depends on the crowd. Like, I got plenty of chicks I know who make good money because they got tits, and that gets them bonus tips. You know what I mean?
There are no more oranges, are there?
I mean, there are oranges in the kitchen.
Okay,
You gotta go grab the oranges.
that's true. Damn. Decisions.
Have anybody got angry at you because of a drink you made? Oh, there you go.
Always tip good bartenders extra. I remember you.
No, I just won't order that drink or necessarily go back there, but I'm not gonna hold it. Like,
Even
I'm not
just-
gonna like.
You know
I think
what,
he's more
Joey?
talking to Bulletproof,
Joey,
but-
Kyle, I don't know if you agree with me, but here's a general approach that I have in such, like, you know, instances. So, like, I've been sometimes kind of. I've been sometimes surprised when like bartenders or like they'll or like not knowing things around the house until they said afterwards, because I was ready to because like I talk to them like people.
Yeah.
I just talking to people like people is a very important thing, and it is like by 2030 manners and common sense will be superpowers. All right? You heard it here first, folks. By 2030 manners and common sense will be superpowers. But right now in 2022, in February 5th, the year of our Lord, right now, just talking to people like people will soon begin to die out as an art and a cornerstone of how we exist, not just online and off, because at this point there's no separation between the two. They're intertwined. I remember a time when people used to type GTG or TTYL because people left the internet and no one logs off anymore. All right.
Yeah.
So now the internet and meat space have meshed into one.
Yeah,
So
it depends on the person. I've taken that. I've gotten to the habit of like, if I know I have the afternoon to myself, and I know people are going to be bothering me, I just silence everything and put the phone away. Like that. I'm not even going to be like, hey, I'm not responding. I'm just not responding you're not even going to get the red message. I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to silence everything because I do have to check every once in a while. So like I will look at it, but like I'll pull one of those like, okay, open the messages, and I'll go on this screen where I can still read what you're saying, but I'll leave your ass on red all night.
Can confirm. But that's because he's in the middle of shit, and at the very least, he has a system, and he has a system that works for him.
There are too many people who they're like perpetually online, and that shit's disgusting.
A good dirty martini
depends.
is my favorite drink.
I've never had anyone complain about a drink I made, but I definitely fucked up a martini last week.
I've had
Hey,
bad martinis.
Bulletproof Billy, have you ever fucked up a rusty nail? Have you ever made a rusty nail?
Now I must know what a rusty nail is. What is rusty nail? Like, you must know.
No, hang on. Let's see if Bulletproof Billy knows what he's doing.
Yes. No. I wasn't bulletproof.
That was Joey. So the last thing legacy of millennials will be being semi-good at talking to people. No.
Fabian with 4.
I think millennials are going to be
Kinda
known
sucks.
for being...
What's good, Fabian? Thanks for coming on by.
online, to be honest. I think that's going to be a takeaway from like that from my generation, is that we're the first generation where we no longer have just a physical presence. We have a fully online presence.
So,
in fact, I was talking with a
how meta? You're watching it on your phone? You
yeah.
mad
Oh,
man.
yeah.
So you can look at chat, but then you realize that chat's right here. Also, we have YouTube chat.
Yeah.
No, right now, fucking Tampage has like box seats in like Madison Square Garden.
He's on his
Like,
phone.
Yeah, also, if something happens on the screen, I can just tell
fucking
immediately.
guy.
Oh, well, I guess he can too, but like...
No. This fucking guy. Ay.
Yeah,
Well, thank you for pulling through, Tampage.
I was talking to a client recently. She's an older lady. She's actually a programmer. She does like cybersecurity shit. And she was talking to me because she was like, "Oh yeah, you're a millennial." I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Are you millennial? Like millennial doesn't know what life is like without the internet, or like?" She's like, "How?" And I was like, 91. And she was like, "No, so you're like."
That's how I live. Yo, it's so crazy you said that. That is literally how I differentiate myself
From other,
between
yeah.
other millennials.
It's like,
I'm like, do you remember what it was like to like go biking around the neighborhood and
did you
meeting
live
friends
in a
and like?
time where you did not have a phone in your pocket and there was no computer?
I remember beepers.
I had a beeper.
Yeah.
Growing up,
Like,
I had
yeah.
Reminder that in 1980, to use a beeper, a page was $1, and even in 1980 standards, that was some
Yeah,
serious
I had a
shit.
beeper. I had a proper flip phone with no.
Yeah, it's like
Literally
deja
multiple
vu, nuclear
moments.
circus.
I had a
Man.
phone that did not have actual internet. It was just a phone. Yeah, no. I remember other people having computers, and I was sitting at home being like, a computer at home? Those are in school. Like, I lived through that time.
Right. I mean, also big ups to people who used to play Oregon Trail on the library computer.
Remember Nokia chirping?
Oh shit! Right, and the phones that flipped out like that.
Sidekicks. I wanted a sidekick so bad.
I didn't.
The
want it
sidekicks
at all.
predated Blackberries. However, the
In fact,
Nokia was a very integral piece of like people's existence for some
Oh
time.
gosh, bro!
The
I want.
Nokia. Never forget.
I wanted a BlackBerry, and then like BlackBerry
Introduced,
literally
not
shit the
born
bed,
into.
and like yeah, they just
Do you
fell
know
off.
why I didn't want a
Right
sidekick?
nuclear circuit.
I remember. So I was in middle school. Mad kids had the sidekick, and everyone was losing their mind over it. The sidekick. I don't remember who. Like, so many people were having a hard time getting anything custom on it. So it had a lot of functionality built in. And I had like one of those like regular ass Sony Ericsson phones back then, when Sony Ericsson still made like phones. I was able to get proper internet on that phone and like browse shit.
The Sony Ericsson was a dope phone, especially when they first dropped.
And the recorder on it, like the
Oh, the
actual-
cam. Oh wait,
the
no,
camera and the audio recording was so good.
It was so much better than like yo. I got a hand-me-down Sony Ericsson once, and the camera was so much better.
I remember I had custom ringtones because I would record music on the phone and set it as tones. And people who had sidekicks were like, "Wait, like where'd you download that ringtone?" I was like, "I didn't download it. I just recorded it, and the recorder on this phone is good enough that it sounds clear." So they had these nice sidekicks where they could text well, but they couldn't get like nice ringtones. They couldn't take the pictures.
Does anyone remember the Nextels where people would act like they were like doing dispatch somewhere, like self-important?
Hello, Louis Filet.
Louis Filet, buenas noches, hailing all the
And
way from
Mr.
parts
Tiny
disclosed
Corn Dog. Hello.
from New York.
How small? a corn
Mr.
dog
Tiny
we
Corn
talking?
Dog, is that you?
And we have to
Thank
check-
you for
we have to
coming
check
on
Twitter.
by.
There's a
Your
new
profile picture, I believe, is with a cape and sunglasses.
You
if
making
memory serves
you
me
making
correct.
Vienna dogs over there?
Ooh, that is just
I'm
excellent.
doing my part.
Hey,
I'm doing my part.
Bobby,
Doing my
thank you for the
part.
follow.
Fabian, thank you for doing your part. Fabian with a 4.
That's a pretty solid.
It's all we can ask, and I don't believe
I
it
like
is
how
too much to
like
ask.
how it is individually great, but as the sum of the whole of its parts. Like that is Kool-Aider with the simultaneous artistic statement and large picture stops short of being existential. Look at Monoxus eating.
Is that cut good?
It's perfect.
Right.
Hey, yes. So, ladies and jerks, if you go to twitter.com/Monoxus, you're gonna find the best profile picture you haven't seen in a long time until now.
Oh, I know exactly what that's from too. It's a blueberry pie eating. Oh no! Where did this come from? Where is this blowing?
So Fabian goes,
I was gonna say,
the start of quarantine was the moment online culture became culture. Now,
Nah.
in 5 years, my teen nephews will be recreating John Carpenter's The Thing with passive aggressiveness, and the MacGuffin of conflict will be the Roblox account. I'm very sorry, but I've never played Roblox, but I know it's a
Don't.
thing that people
Just
can
don't.
use to launder money, and it's
Yes.
also really popular with the kids.
You can also do a lot of other shit that's illegal. It's not
However-
just laundering money on
however,
Roblox, because the guy who
I
runs
think-
it does not give a fuck and just collects money, and then it's one of those things where it's like
You think
they
it's-
find him for shit, and they're like, we're gonna they can't shut him down. They're just finding him, and he's like, right, but Roblox prints money, so I'm gonna let them keep breaking terms of service and doing illegal shit because I get mad money
Does he
from letting
like
them do
quietly
it.
settle hush hush in the back on the
No, I think it's one of those things where it's like,
What's hush
Fine.
hush about it?
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
it's very
or does
transparent.
he
Yeah,
just
what's
like
hush hush
legal
about it?
stifle
It's
anyone
like-
who court of laws him?
Someone's like, here, sir, here's your $20,000 fine for like illicit illegal activity in video game you made, and he's like, bet I made $1 million this week
Okay.
In my pocket. In my pocket.
from that same game. So like, you can find me until I
Oh,
like
kind of like when like Congress and the Senate was like, Mr. Zuckerberg, we're giving you a $3 billion fine, and he was like, all right,
yeah, like here,
all right, and he ran.
and he left.
That's
yeah,
it.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are
Here's my account routing
even
number. Like, I'll let you-
even official accounts backed by state-funded resources, and you can't wiggle away your like. It's not like investigative journalism. It's a governing body of a country that is saying that you did things, and therefore you owe them money because your company exists on their soil.
But-
And even if you
Except-
come up with an insane figure like $3 billion, the guy who pays you doesn't flinch. Jeez Louise.
I miss when you could lie on the internet.
I mean, I want to
what I miss.
introspect on that for a second.
I miss when you could lie on the internet.
Like we live in a country that basically made that what it is.
Oh, ooh,
we
hold on.
wouldn't even be able to-
Tampage, I'm gonna
we
fuck up
wouldn't
your
even be
view.
able to philosophize. the
I'm
idea
gonna
that
steal
came
his
out.
words. No, I'm gonna quote you on this. This is important.
I mean, for real, because I remember growing up, because before this was like a normal thing.
Yeah, that's right. I'm using the phone on the stream.
Now, if I fabricate shit and make things up when I'm like in the middle of a thread or a conversation, people can fact check it, they can back things up, they can reach out to mutuals, they can find information. Once upon a time, your online presence was completely fictional. You could be anyone you want
Yeah.
to be.
On the internet, no one knew you were a dog.
Yeah, so like, you can't do that anymore.
Imagine dog
This
life
days.
after the internet,
Imagine
or
trying.
after anti-transparency.
Yeah, now it's impossible. But yes, Roblox does that same kind of thing.
Okay. Being popular with the
Roblox.
kids and money
Yeah,
laundering.
Roblox. No, just like it's popular with the kids and it's meant to be a kids game, but mad adults play it and do illegal shit on it. Like apparently they go after the kids on there. Like the kids that are on there, they're going after the kids on there in a not fun way.
Really?
Like a touchy or scammy?
Like
Both.
like both.
Yeah.
And the guy who runs it is just like printing money off of it, and it's like kids are getting diddled. Yeah, give me money.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'll take the fines.
well,
Diddlers
well,
with cash?
D-man, if you're willing to talk shit on Twitter, then why don't you come talk shit here live on Twitch?
If you know those kids are getting diddled, why don't you go stop the kid diddlers and stop going after the guy who's platforming them? That's his logic. But you know what? I actually kind of agree with it. Just because I gave you a platform doesn't mean that I'm responsible.
There are many reasons to get into Roblox. That's just a couple of them.
In early 2000s, I met the voice of Super Mario. I didn't believe it was him and talked mad toxic shit about him. Later, he confirmed this interaction in an interview. Fucked up. Catch a Predator Roblox edition? Why? No. You don't need to. It's just
To catch a predator Roblox edition.
Yo, the tune forms into like Chris Hansen. I mean, did you take a seat?
It's just like
Take a seat.
it's blocked.
John Woo is king of Roblox. Is it Roblox or Roblox?
No one,
Wait,
no
wait,
one
wait,
will
wait.
ever.
Wait.
I think it's actually Roblox, but I call it Roblox.
Okay.
No one will ever see Minecraft Homeboy coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take a
Hey, by the way,
Thanks.
Nuclear Circus replied to my tweet. I was like, National Coming Out Day, but for how wealthy your parents are. And he said, I have a very small closet. That is the nicest, most poetic way of speaking the existence of many people. Someone just straight up replied no. And I was like, tell me about the heated bathroom tiles.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
I want to know. I am curious.
Oh my god.
Am I not allowed to ask questions?
No, dude.
I thought this was America.
Yeah, no.
In the early 2000s, I met, oh, that's right. Yeah. So how the fuck does that even happen, Joey? Like, are you just in an elevator and then you hear the dun 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 dun, like as he enters the
I
elevator?
meant he was
you're
at like
with
a
him for,
con or something.
40 fucking seconds. Like, how does it? No. And then like the elevator doors open. Dun, 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 dun.
Nah,
And then the elevator doors close and he keeps going.
Charles Martinet probably mentioned that he was the voice of Mario, and it's like, fuck, you ain't the voice of Mario, you fucking old ass bitch. And then years later, he's like, so one time I'm talking to this kid, he's like, he's an old ass bitch. You know?
You see? That's right, Joey.
Oh, so, no, there you go. Once upon a time on the internet, someone was like, I'm the voice of Mario. And this is before, like, AMAs with proof on Reddit, where you have to actually, like, cite who you are. And it was just like, I'm the voice of Mario. Fuck you. No, you're not.
Ooh, excuse me. And listen, this ends up turning into fucking listen, I'm very sorry, Monoxis and Tampage, give me a moment. But Dr. Bubba Katz, MD, DDS, JD Esquire, PhD says, thanks for the shout out. That's right. All right, so listen, gentlemen, ladies, and jerks, potato chip bags, freelance paramedics, shotgun paladins, stunt doubles, non-union stunt doubles, Shoto clones, ladies and gentlemen,
If you're not union, you should get union.
your favorite doctor, lawyer, and dentist, Bubba Katz. Back at you. Do you have? You need like business cards, dude. You gotta hand that out.
The computer's making a noise I don't like.
Okay, so if we crash and we die on the stream, it's because of the computer. Fabian with 4 goes, wow, you fucked up, Charles. Hey, listen, not everyone can bat 1,000.
Right. So my computer's been on the fritz. So if the computer does end up freaking out and dying, we will be back.
This was before the age of check marks. That's right. I mean,
Just
very
put it out there.
very few people. In fact, Ain't It Cool News was one of the.
Ha! No, I'm not falling for that. I grew up with the internet. Remember?
Ain't It
I
Cool
know what
News
all
was one of the
that
few
does.
places where like this was before Reddit's did like Ask Me Anythings. Fucking celebrities and actors.
No one did anything before Reddit.
Yeah. So
It's the front page of the internet.
so Ain't It Cool News never existed.
It's the front page of the internet, Haynes. How they started that?
You shut your whore mouth,
What
Monoxis.
do you mean? They're the front page.
Monoxis is a man whore.
That doesn't change the fact that Reddit
Deja Pian goes,
has always been there.
they were very nice, and I didn't know they weren't standard until I went to college. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, even through a TCP/IP connection, every once in a while, some
Oh,
people,
dude, check it out. I don't know.
not that I'd know,
Lopan mentioned it. We
Oh,
got
did
him.
it come in?
Yeah.
you can get a good read on people. And then you are shown pictures of people, and you say like, "Oh yeah,
I got my devil."
he looks like no." And people are like, how did you know? Like you're Rasputin. But then again, all it takes for a woman
Don't be pressing no
to be
buttons,
called
man.
a
I
witch
don't want you
and
to
have
do
her
that.
reputation precede her is
I
one
should've done
correct
one.
premonition. Because a woman who knows is the toughest customer of all.
66%.
Which is
The
not good. I gotta
computer's a
get that
bomb.
up.
Alt F4.
You did not.
Yeah, just you know,
It has to stay above
delete
70%
desktop.exe
so I can get,
and find yourself in purgatory.
Neo
That's what you
vape
should
on.
do, Joey. Bubba Cat goes 100%
Which is
correct.
bullshit because I lost
Baby
a
with
battle by,
4
like,
goes,
complete,
what is
like,
Monoxus
random
drinking?
hints.
Yeah.
Monoxus is drinking not whiskey with oranges in stones that were placed in a freezer to be cold in replacement of ice cubes.
Oranges and rocks. That's what's in my cup.
Stylish Hobo Cat, aka Digital Hobo, aka the guy who had been prank calling Seth Putnam when he was alive from the only payphone left in the Midlands of England. How are you, sir? An illicit, that is a very good dick. I'm going to give that an 8.5 out of 10. Fabian with 4 goes, nice. And honestly, I wish what Unlicit just posted, was just like a turtle I could hold up and I'm like, you see this guy?
I think,
And I look into the camera and I'm like,
I don't know,
Nice.
I'm getting feeling like
I want like a big Galapagos Island turtle I could hold like this, but like that dick, that 8.5 dick.
I feel like I should time out unillicit for inappropriate content
Okay.
for the dick, you know? That's not... Twitch will not approve of
It is twitch.tv/Monoxus, and I cannot argue with the host of this
Well,
public
that's
access
technically
stream.
YouTube. That's YouTube.
Which, if you're watching and you have not followed, please go and click that follow button.
But what if it was a lady dick? Also,
If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe. If you're watching on your phone, come on, go on a
also
computer.
supports
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it does.
I'm not trying to be mean or adversarial to anyone watching on their phone. That's just a bit foreign to me.
Tampa to the point, though, that could be a lady dick.
I
if
deserve
it's
it.
And if it's a lady dick, I don't want to be, like, biased.
Oh, because then you would be
prejudice.
canceled for hate speech.
Yeah, for timing out the guy who posted a lady dick.
Yeah, that means you're inciting violence and you're insensitive.
Yeah, I'll get canceled.
And you're a turf and you're going to have your apartment like Molotov.
That'd be nice.
with Bingus.
Nice little penis.
You know what's sad? Like you would figure that like Monoxus had fucking like kicked a trans person down a volcano to warrant this kind of reaction of getting his apartment firebombed, and he's hounded at work, and he's trying to like apply what he's learned over a lifetime of just because knowledge without mileage is mostly bullshit, and Monoxus has not came to his senses or his understanding of the world. He was not reasoned into it, therefore he cannot be reasoned out of it. He lives his truth, as what the self-help crowd tries to say. All right? So, he's trying to mind his own fucking business, and then these people are all like, Monoxus is a wife-beating Klansman, and he hates trans women, and he's a turf, and he deserves to die, and we're going to stone him to death, and then we're going to dance on his grave. Like his boss gets like 114 of those calls every day until they finally like have this fucking like little this like fucking like ice fishing house that they move on to the next person, and then it was like, and this person, everything that's wrong in the universe, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, and then like months from now, after all of this fucking dies out, all right, every once in a while the front desk is gonna be like, hi, place where Monoxus is working, and it's like, did you know that, like, and it's just and it will just, everywhere he goes, he's gonna be overlooking like the Alpine mountains, eating like cured meats and like fucking cheese from a farm like 2 miles away. He's just gonna be minding his own business, and he's like, no wonder like armies of different cultures came here for on vacation. And it's like, did you know? And that's it. It's just he's gonna be like 78 years old, and he's gonna be in like some bunker somewhere in the fucking desert.
Hydrate!
And he's just gonna be this like grumpy old man walking around, like lifting weights and deadlifting, like on live streams to like talk shit to kids.
Damn it, you don't gotta hydrate. You don't gotta hydrate.
I'm hydrating. You see this shit?
Hey, you're not supposed to cheers.
Here, have some water.
You're not supposed to cheers with water. You
Have some water. Have
savages.
some water.
Oh, yeah, alright, cool.
You're not supposed to cheers with water. Oh, no. Come on. Haven't you learned
No.
anything from the Iceman?
He just drank my water.
Oh, this
I was
one.
gonna say, lucky enough. So, and this is just like
I roll 2.
Thank you.
This is just like fun fact from my workplace. I actually had a client like try and be like, dude did thing and thing was bad and didn't do thing right. Like, I had that happen at my last job and at this job. However, in both of those situations, I was aware that the person was kind of a piece of shit before that thing happened. And before it could happen, in both instances, I went and got another coworker and was like, I need you to go talk to this person and try to work with them because I need confirmation on something. And they were like, well, for what? And I'm like, I'm not telling you. Go work with them. Session was done, came back, and then we both had to like, so they're a piece of shit. So then when it came back and it was like, this person was coming at me, I can go to the boss and be like, A, this is what happened. B, ask them. Why? Because I had them go sit down with them and work with them, and they can back me up. So at my recent job,
2 or more people are able to confirm that this customer
Is
is a piece of shit.
I had a lady at my current job who was just giving me hell, and I put her in the hands of a physical therapist, who then afterwards is like, what is her problem? And I'm like, cool, you can confirm it. She's not good. Great. I'm going to ask the front desk to
Physical
transfer her.
therapist is like this.
Yeah, I was
He's an
like,
asshole.
I'm going to ask the front desk to transfer her to another physical therapist so you don't have to deal with her
Yeah.
under the guise that you guys didn't work well together. Physical therapist number 2 comes to me and is like, so, Monoxis, what the fuck is her problem? And I'm like, okay, that's it. Confirmed. It's not me. And then boss comes in and is like, so, person said they had an issue. And I was like, go talk to PT 1 and 2. And then doctor comes back in and is like, so the person's the problem. And I'm like, that's right. So every time I have an altercation at work, before I even let that person get to the higher ups, I'm like, apologetic, I'll work with you. Next time you see me, we'll change it up. And then I hand them off to other people to get confirmation that they suck.
Right.
And then when they finally come back to me, I can be like, so if you give me shit, I've already confirmed that it's you, not me. I will never like sit down.
Have you
with
ever
someone
watched
twice.
any of them just go? "Ugh."
Yes. In fact, so story time at Equinox, work with the lady. Did one session, so like TLDR, she was fat. Like, she was obese. She wanted to lose the weight. I'm like, cool, I can give you a program, we can work with this shit, whatever.
Use a realistic program.
Couldn't afford to train. I'm like, great. Doesn't matter, you're still on my client list, so even if you're not working with me, when you're at the gym, if I'm here, I am still your trainer. I cannot program with you or train you, but I can still sit down with you and help you out.
No.
So, hold on. So, like, weeks go by. That person came in with their cousin. I saw their cousin like 3 or 4 times a week, banging out workouts. And I'm always like, hey, what's up? How's your cousin doing? Because, again, her cousin wasn't my client. So I was just checking in with the cousin, being like, how are you? How are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. Never saw this person. Weeks go by. I finally see them working together. And I'm like, oh, I'm really glad to see you here. Like, I haven't seen you here in a while, so I'm glad that you're like, I hope things are working out and you can come back in and get, working, because I know you have those, like, weight loss goals, you want to feel better. I go to her cousin and I'm like, keep an eye on her, like, make sure she gets in here. And she took that offensively, as if I was saying that she didn't have the willpower to do it on her own. Like I was taking a shot at her. Like, you need to be on top of her.
That answers my question, because I had wanted to ask.
What are you trying to say?
Exactly. It was one of those, right? So so she sends an email to the GM, my manager, and the marketing team, who like sends people to the trainers to try and get me like outed. Before she did that, because she was like seemed upset, I went to the person who sent her to me and I was like, is she okay? Because she hasn't been coming in for a while. Like, I haven't seen her.
Mm-hmm.
So then the email comes in that night.
Was she going through a divorce?
No. So that email comes in that
Can
night.
you describe her? I'm trying to get a mental.
She's just fat.
Oh,
Fat
shit.
Think of fat.
Oh, so she is a hand
The
planet.
hand planet lady. So I went to the person who sent her to me to be like, something was off, because when I like tried to say like, I'm glad to see you and I hope that like your cousin keep you coming in, she seemed like upset. I get the email, she tags me in it, or she CCs me and sends to everyone else, right?
Put it under.
So I get called into the office the next
Pretty
day.
self-explanatory.
And the person who sent them to me, like the front desk team that handles all that stuff, was like hit me up and was like, you gotta come to the office. And I'm like, okay. My manager's like, did you hear? I'm like, yeah, I gotta go to the office. She's like, did you hear why? I was like, no. She's like, okay, we had a meeting about what happened. I'm like, okay, I'll find out right now. Like, I'm not worried. So I sit down with her. She's like, okay. So I talked to like the training manager. I talked to the GM. I went over your notes about it, because like, as a trainer, I'm super meticulous. I keep track of everything. Even if there's like, if they say something that comes off weird, I write that shit down in the notes. I take too many details, like little things that I see that are off.
Listen, in an alternate timeline, Monoxis works for Interpol in the
So-
in the masked division.
The lady
Which
who handled
no one ever
like
talks
those
about.
kind of exchanges was like, oh yeah, I squashed it. I told her you didn't mean anything by it.
Hand planet. Oh, listen.
Yeah, so she's like, what's it called? She's like, I talked to her. I told her you didn't mean anything by it. She was still mad. She's like, here's the thing. I talked to her. And mind you, this is the person.
Hand planet.
This is the person who has to deal with people and me, right? We're sitting in her office. She's like, here's the thing. She's super sensitive and she's fat as shit. And I just like start, like, I'm smirking. She's like, oh, you can laugh. I just start cracking up. She's like, yeah, she's a fat bitch and she's super sensitive about her weight. So, like, I'll make sure that we, like, we don't put her with anyone anymore because clearly she doesn't want anyone even giving her minor critiques. That was my boss. Called her a fat piece of shit and sensitive. Because she was like, this person is so sensitive to her weight that when you mention that she's fat, he feels like you're judging her. Even though she came in and was like, I have weight loss goals. Great. So you want to lose weight. So you're fat. Don't call me fat.
But, yo, what brought you here? Do you not judge yourself?
No, but you can't judge her. See what I mean? So my own boss at that job was like,
Do they ever progress?
she's fat and sensitive. She didn't lose any weight in the time I was there. She lost nothing. She came like once a week sometimes. Her cousin put on mad like muscle because she was like super skinny. The cousin was like twig tiny and wanted to get bigger, and the cousin was fat. The cousin that I was like talking with 4 times a week put on mad muscle. Like when I was leaving, she was like getting jacked.
What did he start out as?
No, they're both female.
Oh shit.
But she was like getting toned, like she was putting on mass, where the fat one was still fat. In fact, last time I checked in, she'd gained weight. But I'm bad for saying like you're fat and you're always gonna be fat.
Touche.
I'm the problem, not you, fatty, who got fatter. The guy who said you're gonna get fatter is wrong.
All right, now, Ham Planet, ladies and jerks, is just one of a number of things I'd like to say before we get the chat. Now, Hobo goes,
Get your Hebron cousin back in here.
yes, that's right.
Pretty much.
Yo, what's good, Manny? I once saw Monoxa squat 700 pounds in Gold's Gym in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can squat 315, 700 out of my league.
This guy warms up on like a light speed bag. You have no idea. Yo, Midlands gang in the building. Yo, you want to see the Midlands gang? Nuclear Circus goes next time. Just tell her to eat chili. Yo.
Oh,
show
go
them.
on. So, what?
Show them.
Tell them what? The video?
You know.
Oh, we're doing that now?
Yes. Ladies and jerks.
Okay, hold on. I have to figure out how to do this. Hold on.
All right. So, among the things that we would like to discuss, we may or may not have to put on hold. For you see, I too had bought my headset so we could speak to California press. But in the meantime, Matty Furious is in the building. Buenos noches, and thank you for taking time from shaking down retirement homes across the country. Because like everyone's watching out for banks and pharmacies and petrol stations and corner stores, no one's looking at the retirement homes. We good?
I gotta adjust it because it's way too big.
We're good. We're good. So, ladies and jerks, hailing from across the pond in the country that is responsible for the United States, you could call it Britain, England, the UK. I know there are a number of ways to call it, but somewhere deep in the Midlands, there is a gentleman named Matty Furious, and he rolls with true OGs and homies. Because shit, edited.
I don't see anything.
No?
No.
On your end?
Do you see the video that we're
There we
playing?
go. Yes, now I see it. I apologize.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry, it's delayed.
Uh-oh. Got shifted again.
Oh no!
No, I got it. I can fix this. Stop you. Go back to normal. There we go. There you go, boys. And now we can still see Quit.
So, ladies and jerks, the Bunty Men Chronicles is better than anything you pay for a streaming service.
You got something to do this, like this. Yeah, you hit me 15-year-old boy. You hit me 15-year-old. Is that your message now? Is it? What he's saying? Sorry, I can't answer. Why have you turned off? Why have you said to him? Right.
He said the chat is in front of him.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Well,
Come on, Chad, go away.
What are you doing? Turned up, right? So issues myself. My name is Dutton. So what I do is I work online with a group of people, expose people online who want to be encouraged people for sexual practices. You turned up. Yes, you stop and talk, so your information is being handed into the police. So suggest you stop and talk, sir. I'm going to go to you, we're going to follow you now.
That's clearly a pedo's room.
I really love the lack of arm movement in his attempt.
Yes, yeah, bro.
This guy's not even running. That is not a run.
He's
It's,
only at
um,
level 1, that's why.
It's still not a run.
It's an unscheduled jog.
With this, by the way, like Hood knockout videos, it should be noted that like the cameraman is the unsung hero here. Yo, with 0 warm-up, come on.
This man runs so daintily. Impromptu workout video.
The commitment to form is not lost.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. This man did more running than the ham planet that Monoxus is talking about.
So because form, listen, here we have Matty Furious giving us an example of how form follows function, okay? So like, in spite of what is unfolding in real time, its form follows function. Yes!
By the way, I love the drum and bass.
Yo, Matty, the clapping, that was the second time it showed up. Bro, the clapping...
Oh, the clapping over the text?
so
Yeah.
good. So good.
So good.
Yo, I love the chase status too.
Oh no!
Energy level's low. Oh no! Our protagonist needs rehydration.
Our protagonist is now gonna have like a 12-pack and like 3 cigarettes and then break the speed limit driving on the wrong side of the road.
Please tell me there's more of this.
Yes,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
the Bunty Man
You
Chronicles.
gotta go on to Matty Furious.
Oh
You
my
must find
gosh.
Matty Furious on YouTube. This gentleman is a BAFTA award-winning documentary maker, mind you. If Matty would like to shill his documentary, he's more than happy to. I'm not gonna fucking hold him to it. Came to meet a 15-year-old boy. You see?
Oh my god, that was glorious.
Ladies and jerks, like, you know, you don't have to live life in spectator mode. And while I would like to sell you the line that if I could do it, anyone can do it, which to a degree is true. Matty Furious, on the other hand, no, he is approaching life like it's like Life, the FPS MMORPG.
And if you're not already, go to YouTube, go to Matty's channel, sub, and watch the rest of those videos.
Dude, imagine that was all of his
Yo,
life.
this guy is like one of the, listen, the same way he could apply this shit, with editing video, which he's done, and we've given him our content in his hand like more than once. Like, he does excellent work, and he's a great NFT artist.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yusuf's like, reminds me of Fod and Sad World. He's like, yeah, I work with Fod and Sad World. Like, exactly. So there you go. Go to Matty's channel.
Something-
It's is it Matty CC as well, right? Or is it
Yeah.
Matty Furious on YouTube? I forget, Matty. Let me know. I just had it open, but I closed it.
Let us know, Matty.
Actually, I can just take.
Something about that
Wait.
video, Chowcom, tells me that dude is going
Matty
for an
Furious.
endurance run.
Matty Furious. All right.
You know what? Let's just.
He was
I'll
going
save
for an
the intro.
endurance run. It was more length than speed.
Are we good? Hang on.
Go check that out.
Yo, Matty. Can we play Bike Nuns? Please? You're here. I'd like to know if we could play Bike Nuns. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. But come on. Bike Nuns. That's some ridiculous shit.
Just trying to. Whatever. There you go. There's the link. Click on it if you haven't.
Go.
sub.
Find.
Yo,
Enjoy
I'd
some of those
love
videos.
to get one more of those in if possible. You can play whatever you want, man.
Can you please find Bike Nuns? I think it's number 5, if memory is mistaken. All right. Please excuse my ignorance if I'm wrong.
Science theater, these fucking righteous videos all day, man. This is amazing.
The Bunty Chronicles Bike Guy.
Bike guy. Yes.
So number 6. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see.
So it was number 6. All right.
This.
And then you have to get. That's right.
This is amazing.
So everyone get comfortable. We're about to watch some shit unfold. Yo, this man is approaching life like FPS MMORPG.
1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. Kick it!
And the enchantment of
Bike
the
nuts.
with my disguise was not enough to
I
fool the
absolutely adore the drum and bass. This man from across the pond.
Yes, he is.
I knew it. Ah, gosh, yes. Yes.
Our weed video, the last one. He salvaged the shitty windy footage that we gave him.
And he gave us gold. Holy shit.
So you're not here to meet a 13-year-old girl, mate?
No.
Could you set down your mask a second, please? Just so I know it's not you. If I've got the wrong person, I do apologise, mate. But it says here that that's you there.
What on earth?
That's you, right? And you're
What
here to meet
on
what you
earth?
believe you were
What
told
on-
a 13-year-old girl. Can I ask you now, right?
What on
Have
earth?
you been texting and communicating with somebody that you believe is a 13-year-old girl? So
No.
if I was to
Non-detective.
take the phone that you've been texting now and ring it.
I really like
your
the
phone
time
would
the
ring.
Time Crisis
No?
3
Time with the
like
phone, please.
quick vet mode.
So you haven't got a photography website either?
No.
No. Okay. So your number, just to confirm with you, mate. My name's Stinson Hunter, by the way. Don't know if you're aware of me. I was a subject of a Channel 4 documentary last year, October 2013.
I don't watch Channel 4. I'm a
That's fair
Christian
enough.
and...
Maddie, do you deliberately zoom in on the eyes, or are you just framing in for the picture
Yeah.
ratio? I'm curious.
Yes, this man is playing. He's playing mastermind levels of math.
Was that Jesus from Castlevania X on Neo Geo? I have questions.
We've got MS,
Right.
who I need to get back to
Yeah.
ASAP.
Oh no, we're on. We're watching one of Maddie's videos.
The one that you said in the text messages that you were a carer for your mum. Is that the same mum? And also,
Yo, what's good,
you
Danger?
told me
We're watching
you
Maddie
spoken
Furious
inappropriately to
approaching a
underage
bike
girls.
nonce.
My first mate is in prison for doing such a thing. I would never...
You're going to be in the same position, mate. I've had 17 people locked up. Right. Currently, I've got 500,000 people on Facebook, which is where all your footage will be going, as well as the website. Right. So, I'm asking you now to explain yourself as to why you feel it's appropriate to be talking and arranging.
No,
to
I
meet
have not
with a 13-year-old
unlisted.
girl.
I have not
I
heard of
have no
Skeeter.
idea what you're on
So
about.
you're not here. So you're not here now to meet a 13-year-old girl.
No.
And you're not the person that says your mum's a carer.
Dreamcast game
and
dipped in
so why are you
Jägermeister.
here?
Ooh,
Why
Fabian
the
with
text
a
saying what you're
4.
wearing as
Good
well?
call.
That's exactly what you're wearing. Bike helmet, yeah.
And it's like the jet set radio text and presentation of the little messages.
Asked him what he was doing. He said, "I'm checking out what you're wearing because I want to get stuff like that."
Not 17
Right,
goes,
just-
oh, you
just
son of
Because if I was
For
sending
legal
a text-
reasons, right, let me just explain something. For legal reasons, right,
Yeah.
I am going to ring your phone. Your information is
Th-
handed into the police.
this dude is a
This
deer in
information
headlights
is
right
on the
now.
internet, Right? As I said, your
Hey
information is
Maddie,
handed into the-
when you're
that's
holding the
ringing
camera,
your
how do you
phone
keep
now,
it so
right?
stable?
I'm ringing your phone. I'm going to hand this information
Do you-
to the
You're
police.
ringing
might have
my
to
phone
stay
now.
away.
Yeah.
Do you just have like hands of iron?
Right.
Manos de
Well,
piedra?
they have like
Hands of
halos that
stone?
auto-
Right. I'm gonna
Oh,
hand
really?
this
And they hang
Watch
on.
out.
Your call
That's
will
cool.
be
And it's just like,
registered
Yeah, yeah,
no matter
yeah.
how you turn it,
Gyroscope.
yeah,
kinda,
it just
yeah.
stays stable.
are logged.
I want to get
So
one.
when
They're
the
so
police
cool.
arrest you, they will seize your phone. No matter what you do to the evidence, right? They will seize your phone, right? So this is.
Yo, the guilt that
That's
is
just
wafting over the dude's head.
That's just every other Sunday
He
for
looks
Maddie.
sweatier than Weird Al in Amish Paradise, bro.
My
Like,
colleagues can identify it's you. You've told me what you're wearing. We've come out
I
and you're
didn't
here.
tell you what I was wearing.
Pardon?
I didn't tell you.
So you
what I
haven't got a
was wearing.
website that's also.
It's
so
right there, yo.
I just
That
know
you,
what website you're on.
Monoxis is the reason
so
that could
just to
happen.
check, what I'm gonna
Yo.
do is now,
Oye, mira,
this phone number
Maddie
that you
tiene
just got,
manos de piedra. Watch the
what's your
fuck out.
information
He's got hands of
there,
stone,
mate?
son.
So your name isn't Mark. So your name isn't Mark.
No.
So why are you here then?
What on earth? Why am I here?
Yeah,
Resting.
you're resting.
Do you know the
So-
guild wheel?
Yo, Maddie all up in his shit,
I can't
like
hear
fucking
you.
white on rice.
I'm hard of hearing and I struggle.
Do you know the guild wheel?
No, I do not.
Maddie's fucking walking on walls. Watch the fuck out, son.
It goes just to the back.
Hey.
Thank you for doing your part, Carlo MGA.
Thank
Matching
you.
your description, might I add. Matching your description, right? Wearing the exact same clothes.
You'll do that jet set radio messaging.
It said they were outside this side of Costa, right? That was arranged to meet a 13-year-old girl. Can you tell me how
So,
long?
this was the
Uh-oh.
memory of this broken.
uh-oh.
If crippled as he was, he would not yield without battle. Very well.
See,
fool.
for a while he had like form follow function. You see that?
There is only so much befuddlement that man can take within his brain before he dipped.
Look at this. Oh, too good. Oh, bygones.
In fact, I would almost argue to say that he was not aware of that entire conversation. The second he accused him with evidence, that dude had one of those like old Windows
I'm
and
gonna
had to
ring it again.
restart.
Ladies and jerks, you haven't already.
You must go find Matty Furious, who, by the way, not only did our Terminator video, but also the weed rally. He salvaged the dirt and wind beaten grime that we sent him, and then like he made a fantastic video out of it. Jeez Louise. I mean, it's like asking someone to do surgery on zero notice.
That man was outskilled and outmatched.
He was
If
either
you
in,
haven't, go over to Maddie's channel.
he was either in a tracksuit or in a bathrobe when he got that email, and he was like, "All right, mate." This fucking guy. Matty Furious walking around in his slippers, like, because when the fucking, like, crypto dip happened, like, every time he looked at fucking Coinbase, it felt like self-harm, because everyone got hit, and then, like, he's making moves and, like, spinning plates, and then, like, you know, he called the old people mingy cunts.
Rock, paper, scissors! Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, alright. So, Matty Furious, coming all the way out from the bits. Thank you for stopping on and chat. His work is, there's no not real peer or equal I could hold it to. I really don't know video editors the same way I know, like, movies or bands or TV shows, or the point is, there's not much I can or will compare him to, for there is none. So, Matty Furious, thank you for being you.
And go check out that channel.
Yo, the weed rally video was really good, too.
Dude, that guy brought a bike to an evidence fight. It just made no sense.
On zero notice. True to form, modern day. That first video was a very recent upload. So, Matty Furious, on zero notice, not doing any push-ups, not doing jumping jacks, or like, you know.
Just gotta love these people who are caught red-handed and they try to do anything in their power to be like, no, it's not me.
Suddenly having to run.
Not me.
Yeah, like, no.
Back
dude,
at you, love.
That particular one, the guy kept trying to, like, point
Love
off
you too,
on things
homie.
that weren't in the situation. Like, it's
Listen, manos de piedra, eso es el razón porque estamos mirando esos videos. Eso se llama en inglés The Bunty Chronicles, brought to you by Matty Furious. So, there ain't enough evidence for the two of us. Well, danger. I mean, there are different ways you can approach this. We'll get to that later. Not 17 goes, should have came on a tricycle. You could latch on on the back of a vehicle while you're on a tricycle, right? You
Might
could,
as well show
Yo.
you could game things like
No,
that.
that's what I'm saying, Hobo Cat. Like,
Always
just
got
fucking leave.
Yo, I don't know why they stick around. Yeah,
If you're a criminal and you're caught in the act and they ain't the cops, you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's recording. Like, everything.
Get the
is
fuck
evidence
out of
at
there.
this point, yeah.
Don't
So-
give them anything.
So before we close this end of chapter of chat, Maddie, you could chime in if you'd like. Everyone else, last call. All right. What was the worst job you ever worked? All right, because we got other things we got to do until we wait. Because hopefully, California Press,
Dude,
California Press.
dude should have showed up with an ice cream bike.
No, man, this press guy's your homie, not mine. I'm just gonna eat yogurt and drink whiskey until the night's over.
Okay. Well, like an American Mongolian drinking whiskey and eating yogurt and deadlifting.
Eating yogurt from a big old tub of yogurt.
I was a guard in a maximum security prison. Oh my sweet fucking Jesus. And right above that, doggy daycare.
Yeah, but maximum security, like, can people collectively go out into the yard? Like, is that one of those things where it's like
Make it
everyone
a
gets
quad
like
bike.
15 minutes, 20 minutes, and like,
Oh, that's
So
good
Fabian
yogurt.
with the 4, the Cruelty Squad game. Alright, everyone make note. You should check that out. Worst job, probably working in a warehouse calling unit parts slave labor. Ooh.
Yo, listen.
And I like how you could clearly tell like he is from the other pond because he used like a labor with a OUR, you know, because like England and Australia and New Zealand and like the Anglosphere does that because like they call aluminium
It is
instead
actually
of
aluminium, though.
instead of
Even our
herbs.
spelling is aluminium.
Instead of herbs, it's like herbs because like you
It
know
is herbs, though.
They also say zebra, right?
right. And England gets to play that
It's
card
almost-
against
it's-
us.
It's almost like
because-
they speak the language properly.
In fact, I bet you on more than one occasion, Matty Furious has been in
Color,
America.
yeah, color.
Matty Furious, and he's like, yeah, it's like herbs because there's a fucking H in them, like in some tracksuit in like some Waffle House at 4 a.m. outside Houston.
I only know about color because of what that drum and bass band, Pendulum at Hall of Colors.
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled. It's, yeah.
Damn. So Maddie, was it like okay? So like,
Colors.
was it the worst job because it was like back-breaking and not paying good? Your boss was a dick.
bro,
The hours were unreasonable. Just a combination of those things. What made it such a shitty job? Fabian with the 4 goes, oh, danger. Yes, that's how they spell color too. Danger goes, I'm like 20. I work at a Domino's. Can't really complain. Oh, okay. So Domino's, you could do a lot worse than Domino's, actually.
What was that
Fabian with the
said
4
on
goes.
Twitch said ripping out quail guts in a processing plant? That's horrid.
Really?
Right there. That's disgusting. But, alright.
Sined T, was it to butcher animals and then sell them to supermarkets packaged up and weighed by the pound with a price or a predetermined the price is set by the supermarket. Is that what happened? Like, what was it? Did you work for Purdue? What's going on here? So, Fabian with the 4 goes, up to this point, teaching Photoshop to a rich woman that wanted me to fix the fuck-ups of her mezcal company. It felt wrong, and I sometimes felt manipulated. Oh, that is a very terrible fucking... Like, we are looking at the horrible fucked up, like, you know, like sins of chat that people are owing up to the bad fucked up jobs. I use laboratory bathroom occasionally in labor to be fancy boy. Alright, yeah, because Louis Follet is trying to do some fucked up low-level psyops and where he fucking travels through different spheres by pretending to be like a person on his alt. So he ends up in like fucking cocktail parties and like surprise, surprise, he's like trash ain't far from the coast.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was like working for like the
Danger goes,
Hall of
apparently
Colors.
Americans drop letters to save the
That
amount
shit
of
like
letters
that,
used.
yeah.
Yeah, like the
And then the page trash.
like the George Lucas approach, and where he used Return of the Jedi instead of Revenge of the Jedi because it was 1 letter less on the cost of X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, in case you missed Larry chimed in, I've only had good jobs. The rest of y'all having that shit like
Fabian with the 4 goes, I fixed their whack logo for corporate use for free. Cooler goes, I work next to a paper processing plant. Wood pulp smells like shit. If shit could die.
It kind of just sounds like
Ew.
Chat has had a long run of not
Sned goes,
good.
exactly.
So, I feel for you guys.
Maddie goes, it was working nights in a warehouse. The pay was awful. During my time there, I decided I wanted to do something I liked, so I started filming crazy stuff, including these Bunty Men videos. And he goes, the best advice I can give is do what you love, but I'm very fortunate to be in my position. Making cool videos and art pays the bills now. Well, you see, because, like, Matty Furious did not rest on his laurels. And while
To be fair,
there are things on his video channel on YouTube that you could watch, but his work, his fingerprints can be found in the videos of many other people across the internet. And then the NFT market domain Gladiator Arena opened up, and here you have this guy with like a cricket bat wrapped in like magical enchanted barbed wire that was forged in some fucked up 7th circle of hell, where like the carcasses of angels rot in a forge, and then instead of like chainmail or a sword, it's barbed wire, and then he wrapped that barbed wire around a cricket bat. And Matty Furious is just like picking on people in the Midlands.
sans all the mysticism.
Like he's on our side.
I've worked jobs I didn't hate, but I didn't love them. I agree with Maddie, though. I ended up just doing something I enjoyed doing. And now, even though the job isn't the best job in the world because I just enjoy the work, it's better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't dread going to work in the morning.
You enjoy going to work in the morning.
Yeah. So, like,
To a degree.
the hours that I'm there
To a
are not
degree.
miserable. Well, that's the thing. I love being able to sit down with people and then they come to me and it's like, okay, I'm not in good shape. How does I good shape? And I'm like, here's how. Here's why. Let's break it down. You're going to listen to me now. I had a lady today. Her body's been all kinds of fucked up. Super young too. She's like 24, I think. Just like really bad lumbar issues, knee issues, ankle issues. Just not taking care of her body. And she was just like, I don't know that I can handle this X and Y weights, and I don't know how I'm ever going to be super strong. I do a lot of duet sessions, like 2 people at a time. So she was working with another lady, and this girl is fucking strong. Like for her size, she's moving crazy weight. And I was like, you can be doing what she's doing. And she's like, no way. Like, and I'm like, all right, here's the deal. And I showed her, I was like, look at me. I was like, do I look big and strong? And she's like, well, I mean, like, you're not big. I'm like, right, I don't look big. Like, I'm not taking the offense. Like, I don't look big. And then I showed her a video of me lifting 375 pounds.
Says Queen Sex Man.
I was like, I'm not big. I'm a small guy. And I showed her my 375 pound deadlift.
I'm not big. I'm a strong guy.
And she was like, that's a thing people do? And I'm like, yes. And it's not hard. And the look on her face, like the rest of the day, because we do like Cairo and PT, the rest of the day, she was just like on a cloud being like, so at some point I could be like super strong. And I'm like, it just takes work. And I was like, you're young, you got this. And I see that regularly. Just
So
people who are in bad shape.
among
and I'm
the other-
like, you can be so strong you have no idea. And you don't have to be this giant monster to be strong. You can look like you
Wait,
and get stronger.
but you said like lumbar issues among
Yeah.
other things. So is
Her lower back was fucked up. We fixed it.
how? Okay.
I work at a medical facility now. I'm no longer just a trainer at a gym. I work with physical therapists. We have a head doctor. We have a chiro team. We have occupational therapy. We have massage therapists. And our clients get the full package. So, like, they're getting the best care they can get. Like, everything you need to physically do better. I am the last in that chain where it's like everyone, like, I sit in to be like, okay, you're doing this. You should probably do this. Did you notice that? You should do this. And then once they're moving better, they hand them to me and they're like, all right, they move good. Now make them pick up heavy shit. Like, all right, like, I am the final head of the totem pole. In order to leave this facility and never come back, you have to impress me. Impress me and you can leave. That's my job. Pick up the heavy shit I told you to pick up.
At the end of training mode, you face Monoxus.
Yeah, like, pick up the heavy shit and make me think you're okay. And if I don't think you're okay, you're going back to the start. Like, I can send you back to the starting line. And be like, nope.
Let the record state that at the end of training mode, you face Monoxus, and the final request in this thing to get ready for life, the FPS MMORPG, it's like, can you pick up heavy thing?
Yeah. And, like, can't pick up heavy thing? All right. How many months you want to commit? And they're like, 6-month program. I'm like, all right, 6 months. Here's my goal for you after 6 months. If you meet my goal after 6 months, you can go. Go back to living your life. Keep training, but go back. Like, you don't need physical therapy. You don't need chiro. Like, you don't need all of these things anymore.
Okay.
You can just train like a regular person. Right. You don't need the occupational therapy. You don't need a physical therapist. You don't need a doctor anymore. You move well. But if I find something wrong, I'm putting you back into physical therapy, and we're going to keep working here. Like, I get that, like, final say. Also, recently, they were like, all right, Monoxus, we want to update the gym. What does this gym need so we can get all of our clients where you want them to be? And I was like, a squat rack, a barbell, and 300 pounds of plates.
Who better to ask than a personal trainer?
And the doctor was like, are you sure? I'm like, a squat rack, a barbell, and 300 pounds of plates. And the doctor was like, okay, we get it. And I've had multiple clients who are like, how do I pick up shit like you? And I'm like, I just need the equipment, and then we're going to do it. That's it. I just need the equipment, and we'll get there. Nice and slow. But we'll get there. I keep telling people, I'm like, you can deadlift your body weight. And they're like, no way. I'm like, yes, you can. I can deadlift double my body weight. You can deadlift your body weight. Like, if I can do double, you can do your body weight. Just gotta stop being a little bitch.
Now,
And move properly.
to ensure quality control, I would like to ask chat. Now, I had gotten my request in a very fantastic and almost serendipitous, dare I say, stroke of luck, in where Cool-Later had
I
said,
like Gym Boss. That sounds good. Gym
Back
Leader,
to the Grill,
Gym Leader sounds good.
again, was the song that I had in mind. So,
You assume. Are you trying to eat the oranges? They're soaked in whiskey.
I'm committed.
I can see your face.
He's committing.
He tried to eat the like oranges, but he jumped in the whiskey to make it taste better, and he just looks.
So, chat, are there songs in your head that you don't know the name of it, but they're stuck in your head? You know the songs, but do those songs, are they there? I would like to know. I am very fortunate and got my answer, assuming that is the song
Yeah,
that was before.
And hey, just to be fair, as far as the whole like looking big, that is thanks to this fine shirt you can go get at queenstrash.com. This is a small,
But
so it
because
makes me look bigger than I am.
Monoxus wearing a small, it is a super cocky swole shirt by default.
Yeah, like my arm did not have this much room. I'm good.
So you too can wear such fine threads and tell the world that you do think that, you know, do your instincts talk to you? Do you have instincts? What do they tell you?
And many other things.
You know-
Except the one shirt that I really want, which I'm not going to plug. You have to request it on your own. I said I wouldn't say anything.
So chat goes, Monoxus is the gym boss. Oh boy. Listen, he's much more than that, but
No, I'm the director of personal training at my job. It's great.
oh boy. Fabian with the four goes,
No one
and
picks
her
up the weight
website
without me saying so.
was a 14-year-old niece made, and she, the adult woman, couldn't bring herself to fix the shit, but my niece made it, and when I proposed changes, and then you probably got blamed for everything, which I'm sorry to hear that, Fabian with the four. All true? Yes, gleefully, it is all true. Hobo goes, after rereading I Ain't Complaining, I've never seen from the rest of the chat. 375 pounds is crazy, burly boys. Maddie, you see, this guy is actually Dionysus, and only like one day out of the year does he reveal his true form. But he fucking squats trailers. He's just like flexing right now so he could fit in with the mortals. Joey goes, you have to lift Monoxus and toss him like Donkey Kong with a barrel to leave. Danger goes,
Get out of my way!
Danger goes, Monoxus in the gym. Kyle goes, gym leader. Danger, not 17, goes, you get to leave with Monoxus's mask when you graduate. Maddie, you have picked up Monoxus's mask. It has been added to your inventory. That's how you finally start story mode. All right.
Take it a tutorial.
+1 charisma, +5 strength, become Queen Sex Man. Right, now you're anchored to this part of the world map, and that's how you begin. Monoxus, there's a red RE4 HD mod with a Valve slider that came out. You should check it out. The gameplay's RE2 remake now. Crucial, buenos noches. How are you, man?
I am never playing RE4 again. I'm just putting it out there. I'm never, even if I have an Oculus and I have the VR headset that RE4 is being remade on, I'm never playing RE4 again.
Well, the one with the thick vampire.
That's what. No, that was 8, and 8 was good. 8 I'll
Crucial.
play again.
Crucial is a
4
real.
is the one with Leon. That was a shooter,
Yeah.
and it's not good.
Yeah. Crucial is a real piece of work because like he wears a tracksuit and then suddenly it's like Sika blee out and then there's like accordion music and he's hanging out with Gopniks and he's not even fucking Slavic. But he gets mistaken for it as soon as he wears a fucking tracksuit.
Did you say Gothniks?
Gopniks.
Oh, alright.
Gopnik.
I thought that was something like a mixture of beatnik and gothic. I was like, whoa!
Not 17. Graduate with Monoxus's mask started a lengthy
So-
debate on the nature of consent. That checks out.
Bubba Cat and in terms of the stream, what do I call you? Bubba Cat, Kyle,
Bubba.
Moms.
Call him Bubba.
All right, so Bubba, I went to
Are
school
they
for. I
unbanning your
majored
Twitter hands?
for my. I have no. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Hang on. Calm your tits. So, I majored in economics and I minored in history.
His
and
Twitter's
then,
done.
And then for graduate school, it was industrial organization and
caught in a
public
purge.
policy. But he, but
He got purged. He got canceled.
so in regards to that, I have yet to get
The raving.
no,
fucking lunatics
because
of, like social justice warriors.
no,
Here's the thing,
no,
here's
it's
the
not
thing.
even that. Listen, it's not even that
We don't even know
because
what did it because they refused to show it to him.
on the appeal and when I got the email and the whole thing, like because like targeted harassment. Okay, what exactly happened? And all I get is just HTTP In fact, like,
No, there's like a screenshot of it. You sent
yes,
it doesn't show what he posted.
it's
just
up on my
shows-
Twitter.
it's
You could
like,
find it
there
at
is-
Stained Haynes.
It is a post of his
Can you
without
type
the
in at Stained
context
Haynes
of the
in
link,
chat?
right? So you can't see what it is. But it's like you posted this link, or you posted this thing that was harassing someone, but we're not going to let you see what the post is. So they're hiding the post because, and from what I understand, like my idea is that they are hiding it because if they show what the post is, he can counter argue with, A, this is not targeted, B, this is not
Yeah,
harassment,
please send
C,
me.
this is not
Please
against
send
terms of
me the
service. Like,
unredacted fucking.
yeah, if it was unredacted, he could counter argue and they'd have to clear him.
The
But if they
fuck?
keep it hidden, they can be like, you harass someone, done deal. That's it, no questions.
Fuck you.
But that's Twitter. Twitter can
Right.
do that. Twitter, like when you join Twitter and you join, like you hit that like user license agreement,
Yo, listen.
you agree to let Twitter do that to you.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. You have joined the greatness of people being banned from Twitter, like Donald Trump,
Pretty much, yeah.
every other person that like spoke freely.
As much
too
as I
hard.
hate to say it happens to the best of us, I don't know.
Like,
It is an unfortunate addition,
If you
but
don't have a blue check,
here we are.
you're fucked. You need a blue check.
what when you like confirmed like accounts? and
Blue
whatnot?
check protects you because Twitter knows that you're safe. Even
course,
if
but I
you
don't
can
know.
confirm your identity and you have a big enough following, Twitter will still go, from what I understand, you have to hit a certain following and then confirmation of who you are.
Those things are banned, right? Sorry.
And then after that, they'll decide based on your content whether or not they even want to let you have the blue check. So you can have the following and confirm that you're you, and if you don't like play the like basically
Play ball.
toe the
Yeah,
line,
yeah.
they'll be like, we're not giving you that check. Like for instance, like completely off topic, but Super Mega, the YouTube channel, Matt and Ryan. So you have Ryan McGee and Matt Watson. Matt constantly posts dumb shit, which sometimes borders on offensive. Ryan clearly uses Twitter and just like links to the channel and makes like some commentary on things.
Right.
Ryan is blue check mark because he just doesn't post anything odd. They both have similar followings and they can confirm it's them. But because Matt sometimes posts shit that's offensive, they refuse to give him a blue check. But like
Really?
they're basically like equal following. Like there's nothing that stops Matt from getting
Working
his check.
on the same thing.
The same team. They're the same fucking like group. But he says offensive shit sometimes. Also, I'm pretty sure California chimed in the chat. California Press,
All right, now, ladies and
saying
gents,
that they're here.
Press
Tipper Martin.
California, it is about time. Now, we're glad that you're able to carve time out of your evening to join us. All right.
Oh yeah, that too. The whole like heat mapping mutuals. That's a thing.
So, first of all, what is your Discord? And we are going to set things up.
I always forget my Discord.
Don't worry. I've got my headset and I've got my notes. So don't worry. Thank you for joining us. Oh, you could, my bad. I didn't even block that.
If there's anything Chad has learned from like the previous note section you guys had together, where it was like you had like pages and Monoxus had like a paragraph. You think I'm good?
We can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
Tipper or Press California. That is my Discord that I just whispered to you.
So you're gonna have to go into DMs on a. Well, okay.
You
Well,
could whisper in Discord or in
In Twitch.
can you
yeah.
get that through Twitch? Do you have his DM? I can DM you on Twitter. You let me know what's easiest for you.
I whispered on Twitch. That's where Tipper's chiming in on. So I just sent you that. Add me on Discord.
Oh no, we're quite fine. There's nothing here. Relax. Oh, hang on.
no. You dropped the chips.
Well, now I dropped the chips.
No,
The
it-
man.
Oh, he
What
says,
the?
So you're on speakerphone right now, California Press.
hello.
Buenas noches. Would you like to do? Okay, here's the problem. If you want to do the stream this way, the camera won't hear you, nor would the microphone. So
I don't know about that.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I've never done anything like
Chat, can you hear California Press? Let us know. All right.
that. Say something.
1, 2, 3. Chat, can you hear California
Oh no, this is gonna be insane. I'm gonna hear the feedback that he hears on his phone by virtue of. No, this is insane.
Yeah,
All right.
this is a mess.
So, we could do this on Discord. Monoxys, what's your Discord?
I sent it to Tipper.
Okay.
It takes all 2 seconds.
I'm sorry you're stuck in this echo chamber, my friend. Do you have his Discord?
I just don't think he knows how to Discord. Because you did not send the man anything via Discord. No, I whispered you on Twitch. So on your Twitch, in the top right, you'll see like a little chat bubble. It says whispers. Top right.
Right.
Hey, Kool-Aider, stop. I know it's not. Yeah, Kool-Aider on Discord says it's me, the California man.
Oh god, god damn it, Kool-Aider. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. Oh no, it's the fucking echo. All right.
You gotta go on Discord. Are you on Discord? Add me.
Listen, stop messing with the timeline with the fucking echo in the background on the phone
you
call.
can probably hang up on the phone. Let's do it via
Yo, what are the lottery
All right, no,
numbers?
All right. It's about time.
Tipper, you can hear us via chat. You have my Discord. You have to make a Discord account.
They're 5 hours in the future. They
I
can
know,
get
it's
the
a
lottery
mess,
numbers.
but make a Discord. Go on Discord, make an account. Go to
Stop
add.
trying to summon demons from the lower levels of the abyss through a TCP/IP wombo combo mirror in front of a mirror, picking up a live call on a live stream bonus multiplier ordeal.
We only accept upper level demons, the goons that are easily defeated.
Trust me, I would like to not use Discord myself. It's just easy. Yeah, go on Discord, make an account. You're going to go to add. You're going to add me on Discord. All right?
Use the throwaway email or use
Nick Homunculus, you can call it another day.
Mick Homunculus, thank you for coming on by the way. A fellow super predator coming in from below the Mason-Dixon line. A man who is living hunting camouflage in real time in humanoid form.
A
It
good
is
old
Mick
boy.
Homunculus.
You don't have to wear those headphones right now.
Well, let's let. No, hang on. Mick Homunculus. We have a guest, and I have notes, and there are things that we must tend to. How about this? The next time we have our public access little ordeal, you too can join in, and we can
How about we just do this?
perform the public discourse instead of talk about it.
How about this? Because we
Words
already,
on a screen don't work all the time.
we already said that
Mick Homunculus is going to start talking about the second coming of Michael Jackson, and no one wants to hear about it, and he's going to get shut down, and he's going to get banned, and he's not allowed to talk about it on
why
social
don't
media.
we just say Press California's got this week locked in, assuming that Discord works for Press.
Hey, you could text or call me, buddy.
Next week, if Mick Homunculus wants to just hang out and chat, we'll just have Mick Homunculus hanging out on Discord. That sound like a plan to you?
Sure.
Mick Homunculus, do you want to come back next week and just shit talk on Discord with us? No hard R's.
Please, no hard R's. But you can come on, dude. Like, text or call me. You know where to find me. Write me a letter. Shoot me a fucking flare at like 12:37 a.m. When there is very little humidity. Or get a telepathy specialist to put all of his skill points in intelligence.
Yeah,
Like-
that's the one rule. No hard R's, no F-bombs.
All right, so he goes, stand by. I'll be with you in a
We'll
few.
figure it out.
All right, so go plug me in.
I don't have to plug you in. We're not even set up yet.
All right, no, we're getting ready. So, see, I took notes for a reason, ladies and jerks.
I still like Kool-Aid or being like, it's me, the California man.
Hey, okay.
One stream, it's just Kool-Aid pretending to be someone else the whole stream.
Do you have Kool-Aid on Discord?
I do, yeah, of course. From when we did the fucking like
Did-
watch parties.
Did Monoxys send an invite link?
I did not because I don't know what your Discord is because you didn't have a Discord.
But you DM'd him your Discord.
Yes, I need to know what your Discord is now.
Kool-Aid is in
Or
the-
just that link I sent you in the private chat, in the whisper, you go to add on Discord, and you add me. Okay? Joe, bro.
Joe Bro, hey. Hey guys, favorite Melbourneian is here. Nomad. Yo, Nomad, what's good, son? Thank you for coming on by in a 17 bare minimum hour flight from fucking JFK International all the way to get to Straya. Straya number 1.
Melbourneian, Australia. Oh, yo, like, thank you for typing in right side up lettering, because I know you guys type in upside down lettering over there.
No, it just comes out upside down.
Oh,
so,
all right.
So he's putting it in
yes,
upside
yes,
down.
yes.
So Joey is all.
Drink some water,
this is,
homie. No.
This is like trying to fix your dad's printer. Cool lady goes, crucial, mucho apreciado, buddy. Somewhat DM. I never learned numbers. I think we could settle on symbols. Well, somewhat DM, let the record state that it was, I think, was it Confucius? I think it was Confucius that said, the world is not ruled by laws, but by signs and symbols. The homunculus goes, drink some water, homie. All right, fine. We're going to drink some water. You're not going to drink some water?
I drink whiskey instead. I'll drink water later.
I drink whiskey in protest.
I'll drink water in.
Hey, people.
I'll drink water in 5 minutes when I'm fasting. How about that?
Hey, people. Stay hydrated. This is the threat.
Intermittent fasting. At 8 o'clock, I can't consume anything with calories.
All right. Stay hydrated.
Overnight?
This is the threat.
8 to 8. Yep. 8 to 12.
Get your headset ready. Come on.
I haven't even. Oh, there we go. I got the ad.
All right. You see?
Shut up. Don't start with me, all right? Pending.
It's going to have to go awfully far.
No, it doesn't.
Can only y'all hear him?
Yeah, that's right. You don't want to mix. All right, Tipper. Call it.
Buenas noches. Do I call you Press? California Press? Press California?
Tipper, you're muted. Bottom left, there's a microphone thing. It says mute. Unmute yourself. I hope you have a microphone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to fuck this up. So, you tell me what your preferred online handle or IRL meet space.
You're still muted.
Founder and editor of Press California. Unmute him for the love of.
I can't unmute him. He has to unmute himself. Never mind. You're good.
Don't stop summoning demons, damage.
I don't know. I got the friend request. It says you're muted. On Discord, bottom left, there's a little thing that's the little microphone symbol. Click it.
Be headphones. It might actually be all in one. It depends on if he's on his phone. He might be on his phone.
Could be on his phone.
I will hop on Discord just to.
Is he on his phone or on a desktop? Hold on. We're going to try to trouble you. Trouble you. We're going to try to troubleshoot you through this.
You just had it. There you go. You're not muted. Say something.
All right. You there?
All right. You're not muted. Do you have a mic? You were not muted a second ago.
And now he's muted.
You're not muted.
Back. All right.
Oh, video. Man, setting up video chat.
All right.
All right. We see you. The folks at home don't. But hello.
All right. Now hang on. We're going to try to share this with chat. We see you. Chat does not see you. Do you see us?
I can't hear you. Do you have a microphone? What's going on? Hold on. This could be on my end. Let's just double check. Make sure it's not on my end.
Now hang on. Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
This happens.
Okay. We thought you were calling in audio, but now you're coming in full face. So let's do this live on the scene.
No. This is on my end now.
All right. So now, Mr. Founder and editor of Press California had taken the advantage, and if this were a sword fight, he's all like,
sure.
Getting him to fucking get video for the ladies and jerks at home.
No, now I just don't know why my Discord's not picking up these headphones. Give me one second.
IRC didn't have these issues. Oh,
You trust me, I don't like Discord either, but
I heard a tone.
that's me doing.
Hear me at all?
There we go.
There you go. Okay,
Ah,
we're here. It's about time. Thank you for.
didn't have these issues.
Okay, the only problem is we could hear.
I don't like Discord either, but
I heard a tone.
Uh-oh.
Hear me at all? There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, so now you have us on the speaker, and they're going to hear an echo. Do you have headphones?
We're here. It's about time. Thank you for. Okay. The only problem is we could hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Well, you're going to need headphones.
Okay.
So now you have us on the speaker. Echoes. You're going to hear an echo. Do you have headphones?
We're here. It's about time. Thank you for.
Here's what I'm going to do. I got it.
The only problem is we could hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Well, you're going to need headphones. So now you have us on the speaker. Echoes.
We're here. It's about time.
Yes.
Thank you for. The only problem is we could hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Well, you're going to need headphones. So now you have us on the speaker. Echoes. I want to see how long it echoes. Yes. Okay.
It's like a Maverick schematic.
That was an infinite echo. That was great.
All right, that is the best found
Okay.
footage album of all time.
We got Discord working. You need headphones now.
All right,
That was pretty good.
that was incredible.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
Now you just need some headphones so we don't echo infinitely.
Forever and ever.
Yeah, it was constantly looping. Yeah. It was pretty good. It was just picking itself up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I was like, hold on, let me see
I
if we
got
can
no
just stop
headphones.
and it just keeps
Oh,
happening.
no.
And it didn't like feedback at all? That's
Yeah, it just
crazy.
kept looping.
Maddie, an entire album of that. Imagine.
Oh, I mean,
Just set
please,
to like beats
Please.
and break beats. Come on, man. You heard it. You heard it in your mind's eye.
please clip that. That'd be amazing.
That's the future of music right there.
All right.
All right, so here's the thing. If you have us coming through your speakers are going to have the sound being picked up via the mic, and then it's just going to infinite loop, so we can't have that. That's an issue. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening. That's why we have headphone to hear, mic to pick up. Otherwise, it's just infinite looping, which, funny for a little bit, we're not doing that all night.
Okay. No, well, he has no headphones.
How do you have headphones? It's 2022.
Okay, I have a request.
Yeah.
Get him back on the line.
What? Why?
Trust me. Get him back on the line.
All right, but if we say anything, it's gonna loop.
I need this. Trust me.
All right.
So, I am going to make full use of everything I've said. So, I'm going to read a few things which I wish I could have expressed to this gentleman. So you could chime in at any point when this is over about any of the topics that you hear. So, are you in? Are you on the line?
I haven't have a line yet. It's gonna just loop it. All right, you know what?
About any of the topics that you hear. So.
Because that's us.
Are you in? Are you on the line?
It's just gonna loop, Hins.
It's gonna just loop it. All right, you know what? About any of the topics that you hear. So.
Because that's us.
Are you in? Are you on the line?
It's just gonna loop, Hins.
It's gonna just loop it. All right, you know
Wait,
what?
can I join the mix here? No. I
Yeah,
just
you
want to
can.
join the mix here, all right? Don't touch me.
It's just gonna loop, Hins. It's gonna just loop it. All right, you know
Wait,
what?
can I join the mix here? No.
I'm hanging this one. I'm not doing this all night.
It's just gonna loop, Hins. It's gonna just loop it. All right,
Wait, can I?
I know. I'm not doing this all night.
No.
I'm not
No,
doing
no,
this
no.
all night. No,
I
I'm
didn't
not.
even get to what I wanted.
I'm not doing this all
I
night.
didn't even get to what I wanted. No. Get it back. Get it back.
DJing on
No,
the
why did you
next
disconnect
future
them?
level.
What? I didn't even get a chance to say what I know.
Because
That
it's
is
gonna
wrong.
loop infinitely.
I would like to hear it because it is
Loop
relative to
stream.
what this man is calling in for. So I am trying to make
No.
lemonade out of lemons.
No.
Is this turned into some
No.
like
Let me-
avant-garde
stop.
like
Let me-
loop art
Cannot. It's not possible.
on Twitch?
No. Everyone is going to hear, and then anyone can chime in on what I'm going to say. Just
You can just say it
no.
without the infinite. Everything
I
you
want
say
it in the
is
infinite
no.
loop.
I'm not doing that. No.
Come
No.
on.
No.
Chat. I
No.
would like to read it because you are forcing him to just type.
Yes, because You are not hearing what you're saying now. You're hearing what you said 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, I was
On
waiting.
loop.
I was patiently waiting.
You would only hear this line over and over again. You would not hear the rest of it.
Hey, this guy's full of shit. I was gonna talk about how, like, all fucking Scott Wiener. You want to talk about Scott Wiener, where our Wiener is better than your Wiener? We have Anthony Wiener, fucking Anthony Wiener,
The point
aka
is,
Carlos Danger,
every-
fucking like sexting underage girls with his fucking like, hey, what's going on?
You don't understand how this loop
And
works.
it's gross. Like, listen, Carlos Danger went
This
to Brooklyn
pointless
Tech, which
argument
means he's
is
from
brought
like the
to you by
Shelbyville
Queens
of
Trash.
Brooklyn.
He doesn't understand how the
Right.
loop works. Where like,
Give me the loop. Come on,
if
dude.
you read all of
Give me
this,
the loop.
Scott Wiener.
Yeah, he said, "Give me the loop."
Scott Wiener? Come on.
if you-
Anthony Wiener. Our Wiener is
Hey.
fucking 10 times better than your
if
Wiener.
you start here, by the time you are reading this,
No, those are just talking points.
Dude,
I
that's
haven't
what I'm
gotten to
saying,
actual-
Maddie, brother. We're
listen
we are
to
on
me
the brink
and
of
shut
some,
up.
like, new age, like
If you read
unseen
this
loop art
with
and
him
it's-
on Discord, by the time you get to this, you will only hear this again.
You are assuming that's
You will
where I'm starting
continue-
from.
It doesn't matter.
No. You are assuming
No, see,
that.
this is
where
why I'm
I
not
am
doing
starting
it, because
from.
you're not listening. You will never get to the next talking point because the loop will just keep playing the last thing you said.
Because it sounds incredible.
And I'm not
you know
doing
it.
that all night.
Stop inhibiting me.
No.
Yeah,
That-
all I'm saying is if this loop,
Matty
start,
TC
loop
says
starts
this
back
is a
up,
new art form. Are you going to say he's wrong?
I want to
You
like
say he's wrong?
I want to like
Oh damn,
Mongolian.
son!
I want a
This guy is the
Mongolian throat
cockiest
sing in the
motherfucker
background.
this side of the Mississippi, and fucking like Matty Furious hangs out with Cocky Jim from fucking Missouri.
Alright, here's the thing. I will bring him back on the
Look at
line,
this guy.
and I'll let it infinite loop all night,
No, just one more time.
but
I
I'm
just wanna
going to
say-
leave, though.
because I want to talk about how like
No, like I'm gonna pack a bag and I'm gonna go do something else tonight, and you can just sit here and infinite loop the same audio for the next 2 hours, and then like at 10 o'clock you can just close the stream and go home
no.
because you're wasting 2 hours.
Give me 20 seconds.
No,
It's any amount of time on that thing is pointless.
it's just
Do a loop song.
gain nothing.
Chat? Are you gonna deny chat?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
You are
Yeah.
Go into clips.
this is not the stream for that.
Clip it.
you are a horrible human being.
Clip it. Go back and clip
This is
it.
not the stream for that.
Okay.
I want to have a
well,
chat.
no. I have a request. All right. So the founder.
This is legitimately
Yeah. Detective man
Look,
understands
look at this
the
guy.
emotions so
Look at
well.
this guy stopping a chat, getting from what it wants. Spitting on our guest. All like.
I am not spitting on the guest. I'm spitting on.
Hey, Maddie, do you feel like you're being spat on?
please
Do you
explain
feel like
what part
Monoxis
of
is
the loop
typing
you don't understand?
I'm
denied chat?
I'm
He's denied chat.
spitting
You're
on a
very
wasted
crazy,
time.
Monoxis. You're not crazy. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
you're
I'm not
crazy.
wasting time.
You're not crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Press S to spit. Life in prison.
I already said I will call Tipper back. I'm just gonna leave. I want no part of it.
Unfollowing.
I want no part of it.
Damn.
Come see, come saw, right?
Maddie has his mouth open to be spit. Hold on.
Not seeing any S's. Oh, we gotta rock paper scissors.
Monoxis do be a cockney.
Pretty good.
Oh no, do it over here, just because that's
Here?
yeah.
It can come down.
He says he's on his mobile with Discord now. Kool-Aider's calling. Yeah, let's talk to Kool-Aider for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll talk to Cool later.
Here,
Oh, wait.
Kool-Aider's on the line.
Hello?
I'm here to talk to the gentleman who is the founder and editor of Press California.
Hold on, I actually have to.
Hi, am I on the air?
Yeah, well, no, you're not on the. I mean, yes, you're on the air with me right now. Say something. Kool-Aider, say something.
Hi, this is Mike from Tampa.
Here.
Is this the Haynes and Monoxis show?
Yeah, now you can hear him.
Yeah, listen up. I want to be able to respond to this too. Yes.
Can you even hear it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Please continue.
Kool-Aider on the air. We also have two
First
rock,
time
paper,
listener,
scissors
long
up
time
right now.
caller.
Hey, Kool-Ader, thanks for coming on in. Tampage, can you hear him? He has.
Cool mic check.
Hello, fella. I can only you guys don't have a mic plugged in through Discord, I don't think.
Oh,
So I have to I can kind of
Oh, this guy has a mic.
No, I got it.
But Monotus would have to be. Okay, no,
I
wait.
got it. There.
okay, there we go. I can hear you now.
There you go.
Now, mic check.
Hello. I can hear you.
Okay, so if okay, Kool-Ader, thank you for calling in, and Monoxus, I think you're denying chat
how
what
is
they
this
want,
man doing this?
and I am here to talk to. First of all, before we even begin, I would like to know. What? Listen, buddy, what do I call you? The founder and editor of Press California. Do I call you at Press California? Do I call you California Press?
Either's fine.
All right, listen, Mike. If you could just like calm down for like 12 seconds.
Okay.
I just need a little bit of peace of mind. I'm trying to get through this gentleman who wanted to talk about California. If we're gonna be talking about Bigfoot and Florida Man and like Highlander beheading with claymores in the swamps of like an hour's drive away from Tampa, I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
sounds
you.
good.
And then if I'm gonna be talking about Sam Raimi films, I'm gonna ask you too. All right? But just hang
All
on.
right.
Calm down. Take it easy. Stop challenging people to scaffold
simmering.
matches.
I'm simmering.
Yo, stop. Remember that time I told you to stop challenging people
I was strong.
to cage matches? Come on, man.
It's
Stop.
Like, halfway through, I was like, I gotta get a
Stop.
sandwich.
You
out.
leave behind a lot of widows. You don't understand.
Would you
Just
let him
because
speak?
you fucking walk around Florida and you're like, I'm afraid of your husband, that's not a way to live. All right?
Enough with the alien's compliments. Can you let the man speak?
Each to his own, pal.
Chat, can you hear Kool-Ader? I'm just curious. How that last guy call in? All right, so can you walk us? How? No, because fucking
He has
Press
headphones
California, he has headphones
on and a
on.
mic.
Shit. All right.
He has technology that the rest of the world has.
So Mike, I appreciate you being on the air right now.
It's all right. I'm just here for filler.
No, hang on. So no, because California guy's the guest here, and Monoxus is all like, I'm not gonna give Chet what it wants.
Oh no! He said he has it on mobile now. I can switch over to him.
Yeah, you actually.
Okay, so Mike, thank you for coming on by, and the next time we're live, you have to harass Monoxus so you can get on the air. All right?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you
This
for
is
having me.
total crap. I haven't been able to
buenos
ask him.
noches.
Every day.
Listen, get home safe, even though you're like 7 feet away where you plant your face down and save your game. Mwah. All right.
Oh, God. All right.
Yo, what's up, D-Man? You can hear him loud and clear. It's the best. The
Okay.
other guy's just trying to yell louder.
Let's see. Let's see how this sounds.
Oh, no, we have the echo. Okay, so Crisis Magazine read a piece on Gavin Newsom titled, Did Gavin Newsom Murder His Mother? See also a chilling foreshadow of California's future.
Shut up.
Hey!
Can you hear me now okay?
Yes!
Yeah.
Ladies and jerks, the founder and editor of Press California is on the line. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you guys?
There you go. Mobile.
Great.
There you go.
Excellent
Mobile
now.
solves the problem. Apparently.
We did it, boys!
What's that?
Yay!
No, apparently the mobile thing solves the problem.
Okay, so first and foremost, do I call you Press California, Mr. Founder and Editor of Press California, the guy who keeps smacking Willie D's hat off? What do I call you, sir?
You can call me Dick.
All right, so Dick, thank you for coming on by. Now, tell us what is Press California and how you and I crossed paths.
Thank you, Mr. Haynes. Press California is California's largest independent news aggregator. And when I say independent, I mean we're not stenographers for the Democrats and the progressives. And it's at PressCalifornia.com. No, it's not a way to squeeze grapes. It is pretty much a organic link farm. Free-range news. We don't shoot it up with drugs or vaccines. We let it roam in the wild. We don't cage it. We we have a very active peanut gallery. So most everyone is turning off their galleries of communication and talking and chatter. Well, we've ramped it up, and the rules are pretty loose. Tipper, my cat, is actually the moderator, so she's actually kind of a prude and will change cuss words, remove doxings, death threats. But other than that, it's pretty much free range.
Ah,
You want some
I would argue
your
it
shit?
is sort of
Yes.
back when there
mean-
were internet communities. This site that you help run, back in the day when you had to log in with a username and a password instead of just going anonymously and saying almost anything, almost.
Yeah, I have to say people can not share their true identities, which in this day and age is maybe a good thing since we're not
Oh, it's still
monitored
gonna be
too much.
delayed though.
Yeah, but like whatever.
Oh, well, to quote Monoxus earlier on the
It's interview
stream,
format.
I miss being able to lie on the internet. One thing I had once mused about aloud was, I remember a time where people used to say GTG or TTYL because people would log off, and now no one logs off the internet anymore. No
Yeah.
one does,
People are perpetually online,
right?
except me.
Well, yeah,
I turn
and
my
we're-
shit off.
And we're at the gates of Mordor, being right here near Silicon Valley. So they're always watching us.
Oh, so even when you go take a piss, your smart house tells Silicon Valley that like at 4:37 a.m. because like you happen to like drink more coffee than usual, and then you go to sleep at like you go to sleep at like before 12:30 because like you're trying to be like stringent and you're really good at it, but like you didn't count into a fact like, yo, those 3 cups of coffee didn't hit you until like 4 hours later. So you wake up like and it's not like it's still like 11:59 p.m. black. It's not quite like where it goes from black to blue. But you wake up and you go pee and you're in a smart house and Silicon Valley knows that. And like, is it that pervasive? Like, I'm assuming that's your neck of the woods. We're here in Queens. Are you in Silicon Valley?
No, we're in an undisclosed location much further north. And
Oh.
as you probably have just figured out, and I apologize, Monoxus, that we're not Pennsylvania Amish, we're California Amish where we are. So we low tech it as much as possible. That's our trouble with Discord and Twitch. This is actually our initiation on both this evening. So thank you for that.
Oh, great! So that now.
Hey, thank you for coming on by. No,
That's
for real, man. Like, all joking aside, even though I really did want to cut some like EPs and LPs against your
We
will.
can clip it. It's fine. We can get some loops.
We're gonna make albums. Come on, listen. We'll talk after the stream.
We could
So-
just make a stream where we know people loop it.
That was enjoyable. I enjoyed all that. I enjoyed, as we say in California, I enjoyed the journey.
Thank you. All right, we're gonna make it happen. All right, Matty Furious isn't wrong. Dick isn't wrong. Chat isn't wrong. Monoxus, you know who looks wrong? Maybe you.
I mean,
maybe.
like, there's a couple of people who are wrong, and none of them are Monoxus. But we're not going to talk about how dumb the rest of you are because that would take all night.
Got it.
All right.
We're gonna
So
pass.
Dick, you don't live in a smart house?
No, our house is we live in the classic sort of California woodsy environment. You know, chickens, duck, garden. As
Why
they
the
say.
fuck are you on the internet? Then?
Oh wow.
You can just live your life. You're out here on the internet doing dumb internet shit. This man's got
That's
yucks.
that's a very good question.
He's got a good
And
point.
very good question. The time that I really thought about that was I spent a week in Death Valley, where the internet is pretty much a dream. And I sort of my mind came back, my health came back, the twitches went away.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been talking about moving out to Arizona for a long time. Like, Death Valley is one of those places I was looking into.
Don't. It's just gonna get hotter.
Just to get away from
Just
shit,
gonna
bro.
get
I don't
hotter.
mind the heat.
No, like it's
Oh, the heat's
just gonna
good.
get
It's dry
hotter over
heat.
the next 20 years.
It's dry. It's nice. I like it. But you get away from all this shit.
Tampage, can you hear him?
Yeah, he's got the headphones.
Okay.
about like 40 seconds behind.
Dick, this is our homie
It's
Tampage.
really behind. It's really behind.
Okay, so please excuse Tampage and company.
We're not
and
used to having a
ourselves.
third member, all right? We only have a two-way splitter.
All right, so
I have a splitter in the closet somewhere. I don't know where it is.
if and when Tampage chimes in, because like not to blow your spot, Tampage, but you have entertained fancy follies of wanting to just like run away to California.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You see? Okay, so
No, actually, not to stay though, because it's too left over there for me. Just like the South is too right, it's too left over there for me.
Yeah,
Can I respond to that?
Wisconsin.
yes.
No, that's why I want
Okay,
to live in
I'm
a
from
mountain
the
town. I
South.
want to live in a mountain town.
Hang on. Dick, go on.
I'm from the South, and I will tell you, California, very interestingly, it's more like the old Yugoslavia, in that each village is a completely different ethnic group. One village is 100% hippie or Kosovarian, and the next village is 100% redneck ranchers or Serbians. And being from the South, I agree. It is kind of, in some ways, boring to be in like a red sea, monolithic. But California is actually more stratified than people realize. It's not all progressives. In fact, county by county, most counties and most geography in California is very red. If we're going to use the red blue, I hate the red blue, by the way, because the blue should be red and the red should be blue. How each group got stuck with the other color. They sort of switched like the North and South Pole did, and no one was really given a vote on that.
Oh, okay.
Think of
I could get behind that. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no,
keep going.
I was actually just going to
Wait,
Okay, I mean,
this is
look-
amazing because I'm listening to him fully chime in on what I had to say.
I wanted to chime in real quick though. Like, it's a misconception in places like New York and California where we're like they're blue states. No. The major cities are predominantly blue and they're
And the
high
rest-
population.
and-
The rest of it is usually red.
Right.
But the population density outvotes the red
Yeah.
areas.
I mean,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay? I know I'm a little. I know I'm very late, but like just to chime in. Don't get me wrong. I do love the South. There's a special place in my heart for the South. There is an amount of freedom in the South that is not afforded to you anywhere else. Aside from like the Midwest, there's a freedom afforded to you out there that isn't afforded to you in bigger, more dense areas, and that's the part of America I do love. I do.
But I just want to say real quickly.
Oh, hold on. Kyle MGA, thank you. It has been clipped.
It has been clipped. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you. Just very quickly, most people, Dick, I don't know what it is because I've seen it. I could only speak on behalf of like the Eastern Seaboard, okay? Because I imagine it's like this on the Western coast as well. On the Eastern Seaboard, there is a strange, performative, and reflexive disdain for white trash, and 9 times out of 10, people who say that have never partied with white trash or hung out with white trash.
So true.
Do you believe this to be true?
I do. I
Yeah,
sort of
so
seen
true.
both. I grew up in rural Georgia. I've eaten squirrel, which is actually makes you realize that chickens don't work out at all. And yeah, people do. It's what people don't realize is that when you hang out with white trash, so to speak, they are some of the most genuine, caring, and open-minded people. And like in the South, for example, there's a migration into the South. The greatest migration into the South right now is among blacks moving back after a couple generations in the North and in California.
Yeah,
They want to go somewhere where they feel more comfortable. And it's no coincidence that Herschel Walker is going to be the next senator from Georgia. He's much beloved, and not just because, he ran the pigskin very well. It's because he has basic Southern values, which at this point transcend race. I mean, Clarence Thomas, who's maligned maliciously by the left, he's basically a redneck from rural Georgia. And people don't realize blacks from the coastal Georgia have one of the most unique cultures in the United States. He comes from a very old people along the coast, which have lived very close to the land for generations. They're
G'day,
dirt
Kyle.
poor. I'll stop. Go ahead.
Good night,
No,
Kyle.
just saying goodnight to someone in chat. That's all.
Oh no, keep going. Although, if you don't mind, I would like to just put a pin on this for just one quick moment. All right. So, I would say that so there's this strange performative and reflexive disdain for like the South, for people who've never hung out or partied with white trash. That is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Does that exist on the West Coast as well?
Very much so. Yes. There's a place in the Central Valley that's called the Alabama Hills, which was named after, of course, the state of Alabama. A lot of the Confederates moved to Central California after the war. They moved there, and they moved to Brazil.
Yes, the Confederados. That's right.
And so you can still find very good barbecue in Central California. Central California,
You mean like
pretty much is all red.
the Brazilian steakhouses? What are they called?
I just call them Brazilian steakhouses.
There's a fucking name for it. Someone in chat hopefully knows.
Look at
I'm
me.
sorry.
Do I look like I know what a Brazilian steakhouse is called?
We went to a fucking Brazilian steakhouse.
I called it a Brazilian steakhouse.
All right. Dick, I'm sorry. So as you were saying,
It's all good. It's all good.
As you were saying.
On the coast, it's basically, places have like north-south distinctions. Mostly the California, it's all coast versus inland. And
Okay.
inland people is all
I know
Trumpers.
like the names of 3 Brazilian steakhouses.
As you were saying, I'm sorry.
On the coast, there's 2 types of people in California. Those that like nature undiluted, those that like nature without an engine, and those that like it with an engine between their legs. Quads, tractors, motorcycles. And there's actually a lot of both. And those are the 2 worlds that hardly mix. And yeah, definitely the coasties look down on the inland folk. But what they don't realize is the inland folk, among other things, I hate to bring up the topic that we're all sick of, but COVID is done with in Central California and the Valley. The people just don't. They're done with it.
You mean Chinese lung herpes?
Yeah, and back to your question earlier, Mr. Haynes, that's how you and I met. I don't know if it was on Revolver News or wherever, but I stumbled across your unbelievably succinct, kind of, I'll say the word again, journey as to what happens in the body with the clot shot. And your explanation was so immediately understandable to those of us who don't understand any of this stuff. So I was like, wow, you made it make sense. So that really, I really want to thank you for that. That was really, I was very happy to share that. So thank you for doing that.
I appreciate that. It was written from a place of having to tell people not to get the gene altering mystery fluid, because there are giant swaths of DNA understanding that are just blacked out, that we don't have a frame of reference to that, and that it has to be given up for this thing that crosses the blood-brain barrier, among other things. It raises more. It stops raising questions, and then it starts raising concerns. And I remember in the thread towards the end stating something to the effect of like, I'm not a doctor, and I don't claim to hold any secret arcane knowledge or anything. Everything in the thread was easily verifiable and could have easily been like further researched upon. So hopefully I could crawl through my old account, which is unfortunately in read-only mode, which is terrible. Orthorexia nervosa, thupa. Oh boy. All right. So Dick, I'm very sorry. I have to. I'm gonna try to wrap this up for a moment. You are on public access live stream by virtue of twitch.tv. Here we are at twitch.tv/Monoxis, where a shit poster from Russia named Thupathibra has cashed in enough points for us to discuss the only appropriate eating disorder called veganism. And the proper name for it is orthorexia nervosa.
He said that.
And he goes, a
and I
part of
went,
me desperately yearns to press the orthorexia nervosa button. And you see, I had ignored him.
I gave him the thumbs up.
There's chat, and it's live, so This
Yo,
is
you know what?
listen.
It's like a milestone in life. I get to be here.
I gave him a
for
thumbs up.
Orthodox
I
Universal.
confirm that he should do it
Dick,
because I
this
think
is nothing personal. This is strictly business.
he's not allowed to not
No
do it.
worries.
He has to do this.
Oh wait, now before he starts this up, I have like a moment for a second to like chime in. I lived down south for many years, and he's 100% correct when he says that people down south can be almost unconditionally polite. And so again, that's why I love the South. There is like a charm down there, and I do lean more right than I lean left. But no, yeah, the South's a beautiful place. I've grown. South's a wonderful place. All right, anyways,
strap in.
Here we go.
All right, no. It would be a bit improper. Dick, are you still on the line?
Yes.
All right, ladies and jerks. If I were you, I would freshen your drinks.
Use the bathroom.
If you have to use the bathroom, go. If you're a tall glass of water, stand up and stretch your shit out. Give us a couple of minutes. We're gonna discuss what Thupa Thibeda has. And it's right here. Thupa, relax. It's right here. Everybody, calm down. We're gonna get to what Thupa redeemed. But, we're going to take a few minutes so I can talk to Dick. All right. Now, just very quickly, among my notes, because I want to resume the our wiener is better than your wiener, because we have Anthony Wiener, but you have Scott Wiener. So hear me
How
out.
about this? I'm going to give you a timer.
Okay.
Wait. How many minutes?
I'm giving you 5 minutes. All right, everyone?
But then he has to respond.
No, I'm saying in 5 minutes.
He has to respond.
All right, so you have 5 minutes before you got to read. Go.
Okay, so in any particular order, this isn't beholden to just Scott Wiener, but I want to talk about Scott Wiener. So Scott Wiener is from San Francisco, and he led the way to legislation to destroy single-family neighborhoods and decriminalizing knowing HIV transmission, and he relaxed the rules to give kids the gene-altering mystery fluid, and he funded government drug dens for addicts, and he looks like so first of all, first question to you, Dick. Does Scott Wiener look more like a fully grown homunculus or a skinwalker? That's one question. Number two. California leads the nation in gene-altering mystery fluid mandates for children, so California is also a petri dish of bad ideas to be implemented to the rest of the country. Do you agree with that follow-up question? Should we give California to Poseidon? Number three. So, in comparing our wiener is better than his wiener, Carlos Danger went to Brooklyn Tech, so he's from Brooklyn, which is the Shelbyville of Queens. I don't know if you're familiar with The Simpsons, but there's an episode where the kids from Shelbyville steal the lemon tree from Springfield, and then the kids from Springfield go to steal it back, and then the adults get involved. And the whole joke is that Shelbyville is just a palette swap of Queens. Instead of Moe's, it's Joe's. Instead of the Quickie Mart, it's the Fasty Mart. And instead of a fucking Indian guy, it's an Asian guy.
Hey, you're on the clock.
Okay, we're on the clock. So, Brooklyn is the Shelbyville of Queens, TLDR. So, Anthony Weiner was on the staff of Chuck Schumer from 1985 to 1981, after which he was elected to the New York City Council at the age of 27. As Schumer ran for U.S. Senate, Anthony Weiner ran with Schumer's endorsement and was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1998, and where he served as a Democratic moderate/liberal until 2011. All right, it was before mumbo jumbo times. We'll get to that. He resigned in scandal after admitting he had exchanged photos with text messages of an explicit nature, end quote, with several women who were not his wife. Huma Abedin, which we're not even going to get to the whole laptop insurance and aid to Hillary Clinton, which is on the record, and no one ever talks about the cops that commit suicide, but 5 nail gunshots to the back of the head. So on May 14th, 2017, Anthony Weiner pleaded guilty to another sexting charge of transferring obscene material to a minor. So tell us about your wiener. How does your wiener beat our wiener?
Okay. First of all, that was a very, very impressive litany of Mr. Anthony Weiner.
He takes good notes.
Yeah, no, that was very good. That's a very tough one to beat, and I wish I'd had a little more time, but I don't. I'm gonna have to just jump right to the chase.
Okay, okay,
That is this.
okay. Fully
Now-
grown
now go.
homunculus or skinwalker? Let's go in order.
Skinwalker.
I don't know what a skinwalker is, but I'm going to go with skinwalker because homunculuses, I believe, are usually short, and Anthony
It's
Weiner,
not like strange enough to be.
our Wiener is freakishly tall. So I'm going to go skinwalker.
All right, all right,
Okay.
okay. Now, in any
And on-
particular order, come at me.
Okay, and on the vaccines, yes, you are correct about California being a crazy petri dish for insanity. As for Poseidon, I'm going to have to say the answer is no, not out of anyone's wishes, but out of science. And that is, people think California is going to fall off the ocean earthquake. Unfortunately, the Pacific Ocean is getting smaller, and the Atlantic is getting bigger. So Queens is going to go under before California does.
Ooh,
I can tell you that.
you heard it here first, folks. Dick from California Press says Queens is going to be claimed by Poseidon himself before California.
One
All right.
Bitcoin says
Yes,
you're wrong.
that's just science, and that's plate tectonics.
Yeah.
You can't stop plate tectonics, even if you put it on a t-shirt.
I don't know.
Stop
What
plate tectonics.
You can't stop plate tectonics.
Poseidon,
All right.
Poseidon said
All right.
otherwise.
Stop. Okay. Now you side with the guest, even though he was all like the echoes were dope and chat
No, I'm
was
saying
like the echoes were amazing.
I'm going against
And now-
our guest and saying that the god of the ocean will take California before Queens because we are holy and they are disgusting trash.
do not believe his lies, Dick. He's trying to get you into the inverse Texas two-step double reverse judo hold.
I don't know.
Like
Gaia-
on public
Gaia's
access.
doing a
Don't fall
pretty
for
good
it.
job on
Don't
her
fall
own.
for it. So
Gaia's
so
doing-
10 seconds, Haynes. You gotta read North Direction Nervosa. 10 seconds.
Yeah, that please bring to the ground. I don't think it's going to be worth the
can I
side.
say-
no, because his response. Go. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Haynes, I hate to tell you, but I think I've got a winner. If I can share an image, can you share this image? Because this image will beat everything you just said. Because words are worth, or images are worth a thousand.
That's right.
You know what
Words
I'm saying?
words mean things. God damn it. All right.
Whisper it to me.
Yeah. Well,
Whis-
if you share, I just put a link on, or Tipper did.
The link.
Scott?
Yeah, no, the link won't go on the actual chat. Just whisper it to me so I can send it because Twitch is stupid about link posting. It's really annoying.
Ooh, can I
Okay,
get some club soda?
I put it on the.
What is that,
the,
tonic
the,
water? I'll take
the
tonic water.
comments.
It's not.
Oh, yeah,
the same
if you
see it?
soda, but okay.
Yeah, I can't actually click
Does
that
whiskey
link.
go with tonic water?
You can't. Yes, it does. You
No.
can put it in there.
No, it doesn't.
It's fine. It's fine.
Whiskey and
So if I
Coke.
whisper it on Twitch or on just
Whiskey and
On
Stout
Twitch. On
there.
Twitch. On Twitch.
That the quinine flavor in it, it's.
okay, I probably take me forever, Monoxus. So what I would suggest, if you
Go ahead,
Google,
please.
if you Google Scott Wiener and Folsom Street Fair, and also the word abs, the first image that you see will definitively prove that our wiener is weirder than your wiener.
I mean, I've seen this.
Because your wiener is basically a guy from, I hate to say this, he's a guy from, I don't know. Where is he from? Where'd you say he's from? Jersey?
Brooklyn.
Queens?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? He's basically not much different than, it's just his appetites are what one might describe as,
Normal.
I don't want to say normal, but
No.
Normal.
Oh, sweet Jesus, Monoxus.
Wait.
Hold on.
An adult man interested in attractive women
I don't.
yeah.
versus an adult man
but-
interested in adult men. Normal.
Well, just look at if you can find one of the images of Mr. Scott Wiener in Folsom.
I'm not knocking. I'm just saying normal because the majority.
T-Man is
great.
on Club
So-
Soda.
All right, Haynes, you got to read it. I'm sorry, Haynes. It was requested. You have to read it.
Wait. Okay,
No,
wait.
you delayed long
No,
enough.
wait.
Read the thing.
Okay, but before I read the thing, because
Get it over with, damn it.
Dick, you're subjected to this. I'm sorry, but final thoughts.
We'll come back to it. We come back.
No,
We come back.
Give him 10 seconds.
We're not ending the stream. You just have to read this thing.
Give me 10 seconds, Dick.
This is the first time you're trying to not read this fucking post. Read it.
He's our guest. Shut up,
And he is now subject to the stream. Now read it.
Dick. You got 10 seconds.
Take time to
I
read
gotta
it.
read this thing.
Oh, about what? I'm just trying to get you this image.
Oh, okay, so he's a skinwalker.
Oh, I got the
he's,
image.
He's not a grown.
I'm
And,
not
and you're
putting
not
it.
sharing the image.
Read the thing.
Up yours. All right.
Read the thing.
So, Thupa, I hope you're fucking settled in your chair and you're stewing like an angry supervillain.
Now I'm making you read.
All right. Orthorexia nervosa is a fixation on righteous eating. First diagnosed by Colorado physician Dr. Stephen Bratman in 1997. It is Dr. Bratman, Bratman, but Dick, this thing has taken a life of its own. Dr. Stephen Bratman. In 1997, the term is derived from the Greek word ortho, meaning straight and correct, and refers to a psychological syndrome where one's food choices grow progressively narrower and narrower over the time and the auspices of health. When vegetarians learn there is an even more restrictive diet plan available, the way of the vegan. Dairy products such as milk or cheese, subclasses of poultry products such as eggs, and refined bread ingredients involving yeast or white flour are summarily stricken from their diets as well. Nothing is allowed inside the body of a devout vegan, which might be psychologically interpreted as a toxin to both the subject and their understanding of the environment. Their daily struggle to keep the poisons out